Boom! Cheers, everybody. What is going on, y'all? So, I'm going to run an experiment with you guys today. At least that's the original plan. We'll actually see what ends up happening. But my goal, or the kind of experiment I wanted to run with you guys, is we're going to start this as a Q&A session, and then I'm going to go into my workout. So, I got a leg day workout plan for today. I'm calling out Ryan and Luke. Guys, I'm calling you out. I love you guys, but calling you guys out. I've been talking about it since last week. You guys are going to be here. Unfortunately, they're not here. And that's okay because I know how life gets, and especially knowing Ryan and Luke's lives, what they're doing right now, I know how crazy it is, but I'm giving you guys some added public accountability, saying, hey, you said you're going to be here. You're not here. Only because this is this is the coach version of me kicking in. This isn't their friend version kicking in. This is the coach version, and holding them accountable is what they asked for. I don't just go calling people out for no reason. Ryan and Luke, if you guys end up catching this, you know what's up. I love you guys, but we're working it out. We're going to get you here on the streams, and I don't even care if it's live streaming with the workouts or you guys were doing it in our kind of like Zoom setting. I just know you guys said you'd be down for that. I'm really excited to get both of them on, honestly, for the podcast because they have so many great stories and perspectives. Being in the public eye, also just being a modern day couple, they have such great insight. I really just want them to be able to share with you guys. But anyways, I'm ranting here a little bit. Let me make sure I'm pulling up. There we go. I'm going to pull up some messages here in the chat. And again, we got our workout going down. I'm going to go into the sponsored products so you guys can tell from the title. This is a sponsored stream. So shout out to YALL and all the sponsored products that we have they're going to be getting into. I'm actually starting kind of backwards today. I'm going to start with the OBS bot phone holder, and we're going to go the other way versus what I've been doing the last couple streams. So with that being said, let's get into it. Again, if you guys have questions, though, feel free to hit the questions in the chat, in the comments. I will gladly go over them. Again, I'm going to be going through the B-roll, but also I want to have this be a Q&A, and I'm also going to be doing a workout after this. So I'm probably going to be on for like 2 to 3 hours, guys, doing at least the first half hour of just the products. Then I'm going to start. I already warmed up. I walked outside, but I'll go through a little bit of a mobility routine with you guys, go into a leg workout. And this might actually be the last workout I do with you guys. Probably Friday or Saturday. But this week might actually be the last week I work out with you guys, where we're not in the new gym location, because I'm slowly putting together all the products. And man, it's coming along, dude. I'm getting excited. I just can't wait for all of that to be done so you guys can see it as well. And then also let me know, I don't know if it's my internet, but I'm noticing when I pull up the windows, I might just have too many windows open, or it might be my internet connection. Security action recommended. Let me know if it's a little laggy or slow or anything like that, or anything wrong with the audio. But with that being said, let's get into the OBS bot phone-mounted AI-powered motion tracking holder. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the OBS Me phone mount. I love OBS. I have a bunch of their products, and the cool thing about this is the motion tracking feature. I'm going to pause it right here so you can see the camera. This is what it's going to use to actually track you or the target you set it on. I'm turning it on right now so you can see the starting position. You put your phone in for the mount, and it'll track and move with you once you have it set and dialed in. Another cool aspect is the amount of control and versatility it provides. Not only putting your phone in there, but being able to turn it vertically as well as horizontally, and turning it down on the side as well. Speaking of versatility, and last but not least, one of the things I want to touch on is not only the tripod base that you can see here, but the ability to actually collapse that tripod base, turn it into a handheld version if you wanted to hold it and actually be shooting somebody else with the motion tracking feature, or just be able to pack it away and be able to be on the go with it. It creates, again, a lot of versatility and a lot of options for you content creators out there, such as myself. I absolutely love it. I can't recommend it enough, but I'd love to hear from you guys as well. Shabam. And this is one I'm going to use. The other, I mentioned I have a bunch of OBS products. The OBS bot, 1080p camera, I've been actually using the second half of the stream, because check out this cool feature. I actually don't have the camera connected. Where did I put this camera? Because I can have multiple, I can have a second camera angle basically set up. So let me actually see if I need to do share. Ooh, extra camera. Check it. Yeah. So you can add the extra camera angles. You guys will see in a little bit, but keep it rolling. We'll go into the Fantic car charger. One thing I wanted to highlight though, on the other carousel that I have the Fit Index Smart Scale. It has a lightning deal right now. And again, I'm not going to play a B-roll on it. This is like a particularly sponsored stream, but I wanted to highlight, especially as a health coach, so much value. Here's the downside, not downside, but one of the other sides of it. While the data is amazing, one of the things I notice with clients, especially when we start, and I've noticed for myself, this is my own personal experience, so I'm kind of projecting that here, but what can happen, whether it's circumference measurement, smart scale, regular scale, whatever, you can become addicted to seeing the change on the scale and seeing your body kind of adapt the way you want, which can be a beautiful thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing to see your body moving in a positive direction and be positive over it. But when you become addicted or you become reliant on your joy or value or like a dopamine release based on the results you see on the scale, that can become a slippery slope. And again, we can create a really adverse relationship with our body, with the scale, with our patterns, and then start to do extreme techniques just to see another like incremental bump on the scale or our body composition. So while I think it's an important data point and I love it, I highly recommend it to as many people. Plus, they have, dude, I'm about to order another. I order so many of these, especially when they have deals going on, because I'm like, I know I'm going to have clients that are going to need this. So I always order them. But this one has a lightning deal right now, so it's $16. And usually it's, I think, like 25 or 30 bucks, which even that by itself is still a great deal. But anytime we can get it for like a fraction of again, we're saving almost 13, 15 bucks on this. Let me see what the, let me see. I had it highlighted here. Wait for it. Building the suspense. Yeah, 44% off. 43% off. So with that being said, I'm actually going to order one right now while I play B-roll for the Fantic car charger, which I actually have. I'm getting a backup one too, because this one has been coming in handy lately because we had to get a new battery. So until we got the new battery swapped out, this one's been kind of saving the day. So shout out for the car jumper cable system. You'll see some of the details why this one's even cooler than your regular jumper cables in general. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the Fantic Apex charger and battery system. So this is a really cool and very functional tool that is great for, again, obviously jumping your car. Now, the cool thing I've gotten about this that's different than just jumping your car from somebody else's battery is because it's external power source. And when you hook it up, it comes with those jumper cables. It will not damage this as a power source. Potentially in other situations, I've gotten from mechanics that if you jump it up to a cable to another person's car, it could potentially actually pull from their battery and not actually jump your car if it's too far gone. So that's just something I wanted to highlight and share with you guys. As you can see, the power source is right here. The cables plug right in on one side. On the other side, you also have a USB plug you can cable and plug it into, along with the lightning cable and power source. So very functional. I really think a versatile piece of equipment. Definitely recommend. And shabam. All right, so I'm going to save. I have a bunch of these products that are going to be like, I'm going to share the screen for them and go over the products that way. But I'm going to knock out all the products I have B-roll for first, go through all of that fun stuff, and then we'll circle back to either the products I have behind me or screen sharing to be able to highlight more about those products. But again, guys, I just ordered the Fit Index Smart Scale. I've already got 2 of them at my house. I just ordered this one. So I like to keep backup again for clients. Most of my clients aren't that near me or like in a space that's like right around the corner, but I'll always have a handful of clients, even at our gym. We got the new location. I think I have one ordered for the gym specifically, but like this will come in handy even there as well. So let's get into the waist trainer. And I noticed they actually swapped out the image for the waist trainer. Here's the thing, y'all. I go into it a little bit in this video, but I also want to say there is value in it, but I think having realistic expectations and what the appropriate use and application of this tool is the most important feature. So let's dig into that. And the biggest thing for these waist trainers is I like 2 components to highlight. All right, I held up one finger. 2 things to highlight. One is the ability to help you facilitate sweating. Okay, this is definitely, especially with the inner liner material, it's going to help you facilitate some sweat, which if, again, you want to you have to cut weight for an event, like for my fighter, my combat-based athletes out there, my weight-based athletes, this can be a helpful tool. As well as, again, what I do like is it can be a great tactile cue, so you can have this, you can kind of hook it in. Has 14 different rows of hooks to hold it in place, and after a zipper getting hot or anything like that. Just rubbing up against you, feeling any kind of awkward. But this can be also a great tactile, physical cue to help, you know what, I don't have the best posture, let's say. You put this on, it can help just remind you, I should have that little bit of posture, that little tactile cueing. The one thing I will say when it comes to both that tactile physical cue, whether it comes to wearing it to get some sweat out of your body, this is not by itself going to magically get you a six-pack though. I will say that you actually have to still be in a calorie deficit. You still have to exercise your core. You still have to get that work in. You still have to be mindful of what you're putting into your body and all that fun stuff. But this can be a great tool to help facilitate, again, if you have to lose some water weight for a weight-based event, for my combat athletes out there, this could be something you leverage in addition to a sauna suit or something like that. Or if you want to just have a good tactile cue for your posture at the end of the day, this can be a great option for you. So I highly recommend that. And that's it.
Yeah, Lori. What's up, homie? How you doing? So, Lori, talk to me. How is things? And then I'm just reading an email. The only one with this channel? What do you mean? Oh, you're only on with this channel. Ah, gotcha. No, I'm on with Coach Mike as well. You should see doing better with water. Yeah, I was going to ask. You already knew what I was going to ask. I was going to check in, just saying, hey, how's our SMART goal coming along? Again, this is perfect timing. This is what I wanted to do. I didn't do the workout yet, so I'm going to do a Q&A first. We have a sponsored stream on the Coach Mike, the other channel, but I'm live on the LOF channel as well, highlighting the SMART scale. I didn't see the other stream. Yeah, I'm up on both right now. We're just talking about different things and just keeping the chat going. So again, I'm doing a Q&A session, but then after this, I'm probably going to be streaming for 2 hours, maybe 3. I'm going to do a workout as well. We got a leg day workout, so I'll go through my warm-up mobility, even though I kind of warmed up before this, but now that I'm sitting down, I'm going to want to re-warm up and then rocking it nice. So yeah, give me some of the biggest, or the one question I always like to ask clients and anyone I get to talk to is what's the biggest one positive that you are proud about or excited from over the last 7 days, the last week? Hit me with that positive. But for July, will the dates. I could have sworn that I applied those dates. So I'm sorry, I'm just looking at an email because I also wanted to check to see if we had questions coming in from different either clients or people. And I'm just following up with one of the sponsored emails I sent out yesterday, which should have my reports. It says but I bet you that's a typo, and they probably want for June instead of July. Let me check. Let's see what's up. So I'm pretty sure this is from June or July 1st to July 31st. But then I'm betting they want June too. And then I lowered my goal to make it more attainable. Awesome. So yeah, talk to me. What was that? I know we went from 5 out of the 7 days and have a hiring amount. We cut it down, I think, to 2 every day was 1 to 3 bottles or some version of that. And this is where again, normally when I'm working with a client, I'll be transparent. I have my notes pulled up in front of me. I have either remotely on my phone or in their note files, but because I don't have an actual client account for you on our back end, I don't have the same kind of notes I normally would have. So I'm a little embarrassed that I don't have the typical information I would in front of me to reference to. So I'm going to need you to help me out here, Lori, and talk to me about what was the measurable goal we set. I want to say it was 1 to 3 16-ounce water bottles in addition to the tea and all the other things that we're drinking. Sorry, I don't know if it's allergies or what's going on, but my eyes are itchy this morning. I just went for a walk before and I don't know. Maybe it's because the season just, I haven't kept great track, but you're right. Okay. So then here's the other thing, and this is maybe an obvious question, I'm going to ask you, what's one way that, and then Brian, thanks for the follow. What's one way that we could track it consistently that you'd feel confident with? Because if we're not able to track it, that becomes a very hard smart goal to keep. And it's not just about the outcome, right? It's about the process. Like, what is the process like? So how can we track that progress? Not even just like, are we doing it or not, but like what's working, what's not. And that's, I always think, a good point or aspect to think of. Attached is the 7/1, 2, 8. Yeah, I think they need June for the July one because I missed that. I think that's what you said. I don't even know. We're gonna find out though. Boop, 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 boop. And then 3 of 7 days to have 2 bottles of water. Got it. Got it. All right, so looks like we got that. Now let's go into. I'm actually using the Lamicall tablet headrest right now, holding my tablet. I'll show you guys right here, which normally it's actually meant for the car, hence the name. But I find it very helpful and useful when I'm not in the car with the kids. We're not going on longer road trips. We don't really like to have tablets in the car or anything like that. So being able to have it on my desk, especially when I'm streaming, now that I have my phone that I stream one of the channels from, and then I have my tablet, my iPad I stream the other channel from. What's up, all the devices? Eventually, the goal is to have like a bunch of different channels set up with like a bunch of different coaches at the same time. So I'm gonna have like one of my fight coaches, then I'll have one of my personal training coaches, and I'll have one of our nutrition coaches, and we'll have like to me, I think of it as like again a TV network of like I want to have content running 24/7 on all the on. We have 4 different channels that we own through my company. I want to have content running 24/7 on all 4 channels and having different niches. Like my coach Mike and friends will be more about like me as a dad and as a health professional, and like even my friends coming on and stream, but I'll probably do more of the streaming on that one. Then on the LOF, have my entire business and brand. Then we have the Ask Ashley channel, which is my wife's. So we'll have her and her friends and like all the people in her network coming on. And then we have my business partner, Chuck. He has his channel as well. So then we'll dig into maybe like another network on his side to have people. Basically, the goal is to have like all these channels putting out amazing content to entertain you guys, to also have giveaways. We'll do giveaways on all the streams and channels, as well as being able to have the best deals possible so that we can save you guys money. That's what I was talking about yesterday that I don't think I've mentioned as much, but we're always working on, honestly, with our sponsors, is trying to get you guys the best price and the best quality too. So like, I don't want it to undercut their price to the point where they have to cut quality, but offering up value for you guys and having exclusive promo codes or gift cards or giveaways or things like that that can add value, and also providing the perspective and entertainment so you don't want to come back and hang out with us. In this video, we're looking at the Lamicall phone mount, but the cool thing about this one is it's a car mounted setup. Now, it doesn't have to just be for the car, but it's kind of designed for that. Now, look at this feature. Here originally it actually comes. I'm going to show you guys simply how it comes broken apart, where you have these 2 separate pieces. It just kind of pops in right here. You see this little like ball head pops in right here. And we're going to use this little secured feature to kind of anchor it and hold it in. So we just pop that bad boy in. You're going to tighten it, and it's literally that simple, super easy to set up. Now, this goes on the back of the headrest, so you can kind of pinch this, and then it spring locks in. So you put this in your car, put it on the headrest, so if you have kids in the back seat, or for any passengers in the back seat, maybe your Uber, Lyft, whatever. Uh-oh, what's going on here? I'm going to ask you a question here. Hold on. I'm going to pull this down. So let me know if it's, I got to figure out what the hell's going on. I don't know if I just have too many things open up on my desktop or if I got to get an external hard drive. So I've been moving around a bunch of files, and I think maybe I just got too much stuff running on my desktop. Even though here's the thing, I haven't, I don't even know what, like I want to say Alienware Aurora. I don't even know what model. It's got to be at least a year old because I've had it for a year now, or almost a year. I wanted to upgrade when I knew I was going to start streaming more. But the thing I didn't like really, and this is what's so I appreciate like photographers, videographers, content creators, stuff like that, is like while you think, okay, we have all this content, we have it organized, it's also like you run out of storage is a real thing. Like storage is it doesn't have to be expensive, but over time it can become very expensive, especially if you want to have the servers yourself. And that's why like Amazon pretty much owns like a pretty significant portion of the internet, or is like responsible for having most of the internet up because of the servers that they have and the space that they have. So my point of saying all that is like starting to invest more in external hard drives. So if you guys have any requests, even or recommendations around that, if you guys, even for work or for school or things like that, want to hear more about those things, I'll have, like, I'm really fortunate. Gina and her husband, Gina's not only my cousin, but she's my marketing manager. So she handles out like all the collaboration requests we get. So speaking of which, if you guys want to work with us, reach out our link tree or just find me on any social media platform. We have our email in the link tree as well. You can reach out to me there. Pretty much get contacted daily now. So I try and send that over to Gina, and her husband are also like producers, A&V. And then I also, like, my fight coach was an A&V specialist. So I have some really wise people around me, so I can reach out to them for insights. So my point of saying all that is if you guys have questions on that, you don't have someone like that, let me know. And I can even set up a stream where I have some of our specialists come on to talk about that area in particular, or we collaborate with like Rome Knows Tech or another streamer and influencer on the platform where, you know, hopefully you guys are already following them and going to them as well. But if you guys want to hear more about that from our side and our team and like how we're doing it in our business or my personal life, I'll happily speak to that. All right. So I'm going to skip over the, I've got the GRT and the Unilibra mattress protectors and toppers we're going to talk about, but I'm going to circle back to that. Let's get into the mini massage gun. This thing is what's up.
So in this video, we're going over the Meroc mini massage gun. And as the name might insinuate, it's a miniature version of what you would traditionally expect to see from a massage gun. And when I say mini, just smaller in size and stature. Now, to be transparent, while it's still super simple to use, the power on it is proportionately less from my experience. With the mini massager, it does have 3 levels. At the top level, you can hear it right now, it still has great intensity, good percussion, super simple to use. It came charged, which is always a thumbs up to me. And the reason I like this for travel, at your desk, being able to have it in your car, like, it's a super easy and convenient option. And again, it has 4 different attachment heads, have everything from the flat to the bullet to the rounded to the specialized prong, has an instruction manual as well to give you all the insight, and then comes with this nice simple to grab and go carrier. Definitely a thumbs up, y'all, especially if you're on the go.
And whoa, bam. So yeah, that's, I think there's pretty much anything for anyone at this stage of the game, what I've learned on Amazon. And also, I don't know if it's just the lighting right now. I feel like I got pale, like almost overnight. I feel like I'm not as tan as I normally am. And I don't care about like being tan or not, but I'm just like, is this the lighting, or did I just like not get out in the sun enough? And this is just the subsequent response. Because then that means to me like, oh, fall's here. I don't even care about the tan, but everyone looks better with a tan, I think. It's like, all right, the weather's changing. It's getting colder. I was talking to a client about this the other day, which, like, I love. Fall is one of my favorite seasons, honestly. I'll be transparent. I'm a basic B. I like me some pumpkin spice flavored, protein, coffee, desserts, things like that. And I integrate it into like protein muffins. But I also like, because it's my birthday at the end of September, right when it turns into fall. Then you got Thanksgiving, then you got Christmas coming up in the wintertime. There's just like so many amazing things. The only downside is back to school, I guess, for some people. But like, I don't have that issue anymore. So I love the fall. I used to not like it as much when I was a kid, back to school, back to fall, like all that fun stuff. But nowadays, like, I don't care, because when I go to school, I get to pick the classes that I want, my continuing education credits. Like, I enjoy that stuff. Anyways, we're going to get into, I actually realized I put the gloves right behind me when I was trying to talk about them yesterday, and that's why I couldn't find them, because I was looking at a pile over here. But I'm going to throw glove on for our Liber Lupus boxing gloves. Again, now what I will say is these are 10-ounce gloves. So what you'll see is they're not as wide. And I also didn't even put my wraps on. Now, what I would say is I can tell from the fit already, because they're 10 ounces. If you put wraps on with this, it's going to be a tight fit. And then I think I need to track. Ooh, Lori, talk to me about when you say you think you need to track. Because I asked the question, so what are your thoughts on next week? So fun fact, guys, in case, depending on what channel you're on or what platform you're watching this on,
Lori is on the LOF Amazon channel in the chat talking about we've been kind of working on SMART goals. And again, I invite all you guys, like, listen, if you guys want to come onto the live streams and talk about goal setting and stuff like that, I'm not going to give you, say you have to go do this, but I will ask you questions and facilitate goal setting for you guys. And again, this is like stuff that I charge for in the consulting and coaching space, but I'm happy to just add value for you guys. I'm going to take time out of your day to live, join, check out the products and all that fun stuff. I want to add value for you as well. And then even if it's just the water for now, BRB. All right, no worries. So, but yeah, what I'm hearing though is just continuously tracking to being aware of the water intake and saying like, hey, we have our measurable goal, but now we'll track it. So that sounds good. So anyways, going back to our boxing gloves. Again, I like the color setup because they're 10 ounces. I would not use these for sparring. Like this is good for like speed, like pad work, speed bag work. You can even hit harder on the bag, but from my experience, when you have the lighter gloves, this is more for just getting volume and speed, not necessarily throwing as much power. Now, if you wrap your hands with this and you have a good technique, like I would always say you can work power. And then, oh, what's up, Chris? But I would not spar with these. Listen, like, and it depends on the rules at your gym. Every gym is different, but typically what we see is for sparring, it's like 16-ounce gloves. Even 14 ounces might be a no-go at your gym. So you don't want to be that person that comes in with like, you know, I'm going to put this right here. Let's see if I can get this to balance. You don't want to be that person that comes in with 10-ounce gloves and just have it. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but like 6 ounces, when that's like 50% of the weight of the gloves, can make a difference, even the speed. And then, oh, okay. What is that something new, Chris? That you kind of, it sounds like you've like found your spiritual calling here. I wonder if that's been something new or like, and I appreciate you sharing with us. Hope that like brings you the joy and just like positive impact on your quality of life, man, at the end of the day. So that being said, let's go into the Fightus water bottle, which is ironic because I actually have the Yeti Rambler in the other carousel as well that I'm hydrating with, because I have the Fightus water bottle. I left in my car, and Ashley actually took my car because she had a flat tire yesterday. So we're going to get that fixed later. And I'm the one that's going to end up taking the car with the donut to the gym today because I don't want my kids, you know, in a car with a donut. Like, I'd rather risk my life. I'm not going to risk my kids' life. Hey, Mike, I'm at 110 days of working out. Woo! I wish I had like a noise machine to like clap and celebrate more, but that's awesome, Chris. How does it feel? And one question I'd love to ask is like, what have you found most helpful in you consistently working out and having 110 days of working out? Because I know you've been in and out of the hospital. You've had a lot of adversity and things that a lot of people could just like use as a reason, like, hey, man, I'm not going to do this. So I wonder what's been helpful for you to continuously show up through all of that. And again, congrats.
In this video, we're going over the Fightus water bottle. This is a 64-ounce bottle. Again, on the back side, you'll see the actual ounces and milliliters being tracked right here. But here's a cool feature. This, I'll be honest with you guys, I do think it's cool. Starting at 7 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m., it kind of gives you a gauge of where you should be at, or the goal.
Is it getting a little choppy on your side,
each
Chris?
day? And also has some nice like positive affirmations and support going through it. Now, to be transparent, 64 ounces isn't necessarily what everyone should be drinking, right? Maybe you need to be drinking more. Maybe it's a goal to start with less, depending on what's realistic. But this is a great option, especially being at 64 ounces. This is going to be a great place to start for a lot of people. Plus, it has this locking
All right, sounds like you're seeing it too, Chris.
mechanism, which is super cool.
I'm just going to pause this and talk over the video so that you guys can still see the product, but I'll be able to like not have the audio be as messed up. I got to figure out what's going on with this. I don't know if it's like my storage or the internet connection. I know we've had some storms, but thanks for giving me the heads up, Chris. And like I was talking about, this is a half-gallon water bottle, 64 ounces. Has the time, almost like a checkpoint throughout the day. And then also has some nice like words of affirmation. I'm showing the straw right here, which is cool because it can kind of like bend down when you close the cap so you don't get it messed up. And then you were talking about, Chris, so it feels awesome. Just put in the work and things will improve. Yeah, I mean, for sure. So my question is, you know, I think it's like a lot of times when we see stuff online, like people are like, oh, just show up and just be consistent on that, which I think is 100% yes. But I'm always curious, like, how do people make that happen? Because clearly everyone knows if you just consistently show up over time enough, you're going to get results. but not everyone shows up consistently, and I wonder what has been helpful to you in showing up. Like, because sometimes we're going to run out of motivation. Sometimes we're going to run out of inspiration. Sometimes things aren't going to work out the way we want. So I wonder what's been helpful for you to be able to continuously do that. Because I bet there's someone that wants to have consistency in their life and can maybe relate to your situation, Chris, or find inspiration from it. And I think understanding that's always a really valuable aspect. But then again, I'm not a doctor. What do I know? Having said that, though, what I do have right over here is we've got our Space Aid storage boxes. There's 3 of these smaller sizes, and then we have one bigger size. And the value in these, especially, like, I just got a text from Lena's school that they're starting lunch tomorrow again. So that means that she gets to bring in her lunch. And obviously we're going to have as a nutritiously diverse lunch that also she's going to enjoy. And what typically tends to happen is we're going to have like a sandwich of sorts or like a veg and a meat kind of mixture. And then we're also going to have like a Ziploc bag with snackies, whether it's like carrots, grapes, blueberries, even if we're going to have like pretzels or something like that, we're going to put it. And then the cool thing is because you have different size bags, you can easily grab the smaller size bag or the larger size bag. And it's great for meal prep too, for even the adults out there, for everybody else. Having Ziploc bags, having the pre-portioned option of it helps you not overconsume. That's not even one of like the staple guidelines we have in our nutrition course that we had like well over 25,000 people try out over the last couple months. And then Chris, looks like eating health, Mike, that has helped. Awesome. Eating healthy has helped a lot. I'll go back to the hospital around 5. Yeah. So this is a perfect example. So like, did you get a workout in today? Or are you going to get a workout in before you go to the hospital? I'm curious, like knowing you have to go back to the hospital, like how do you even manage your workouts there? And then I understand like eating healthy is helpful, but like, I think maybe a better way, I don't know if I'm asking the question right, is like, how do you stay motivated? Is I think the bigger thing. Like, does just like me, you're saying meal prep and eating healthy helps you stay motivated and is supportive? Or like, I'm curious, like how do you consistently keep showing up? Like what helps you show up? Who's holding you accountable? Maybe you're just holding yourself accountable and that's awesome. Maybe just sharing it here in this platform is holding you accountable. And that's awesome as well. I'm just genuinely curious, like how have you found success? Because I know that will help other people and benefit them as well. And if it's something that I'm doing to help, I want to know so I can do more of that, or if it's something we're providing. Because then it's like, hey, if me streaming every day helps you stay consistent with working out, that even adds a little bit more fuel for me on the days like yesterday where I was like, I really wasn't feeling so great. And I didn't want to, I was just like mentally in a bad place. Show up anyway, just for the stream to talk to you guys. So like that helps me too, because guess what? Even as a health coach, even as a professional, even a pro athlete or retired now, like I have my days where I don't want to work out, like, or I don't want to do anything. Like some days you just have those tough days. You don't want to show up. You just want to stay in bed, not do anything. But those are the days from my experience that like when you're able to push yourself, growth is the most impactful. And it just feels good. Maybe don't push yourself to train super hard and you might get injured, but even just showing up, doing a different type of workout. So I'm wondering what helps you continuously show up, Chris. Anyways, long-winded question right there. Let's get into the Syncom massage gun. Now, again, I'm going to play the B-roll, but I'm going to mute the audio and I'm just going to talk over it because something's going on.
So in this video, we're going to be talking about the same
capacity for like my data, and it's just delaying things. But here we go. We got the Syncom massage gun. Again, easy power button. Switches on. You're going to want to turn the switch on. It has a DC charger right there. It's easy to plug in. You can also disconnect it here, so you don't need to have it plugged in. And it's got 5 levels of intensity. Now, here's the thing. Even compared to the MIDI massager I was talking about before, just like level 1 through level 5 is way, way stronger because of the size and the power behind it. And again, we have our attachment heads here. I always like this bullet point head attachment. That's my personal favorite, but we have a variety of options to go through. We have 6 in total. And the cool thing is it comes with a manual that will go over, hey, this is a great attachment for this muscle group or this type of application. So you don't have to just guess and be like, oh, I guess this is the right place to use it. Let's see, what do you got here? Yes, I'm going to get a workout before I go. I'm holding myself accountable, and you have helped Mike in eating healthy and boxing on my boxing bag, Mike, to continue to show. That's awesome. And lifting weights help. That's awesome. So it sounds like you're also leveraging different types of exercise to say, because I know you're working towards running a half marathon and a marathon. I want to say half marathon 2023, marathons 2024. So it sounds like using like boxing. And speaking of boxing, I got these boxing gloves. You can check those out. And they're like a really, really cost-effective option But what I will say, guys, is no matter what the product is, whether it's like the massage gun, whether it's boxing gloves, whatever that looks like, you're going to get what you pay for. So if you spend like $30 on something that's normally $100, don't be surprised if it doesn't last as long, or if it has like a scratch on it or a dent or whatever. Like this is a good example. I have these like workout plates, these bumper plates I buy from a manufacturer, and I'm not going to say their name, but they're basically aesthetic issues with the plates. Like there's a scratch on them or there's a misprint or something, but like weight wise and functionality wise, they're perfectly fine. So I get them at a discounted price. So I get them for like $1.15 a pound instead of like $2 a pound or $1.50 a pound. And then transparently, I'll sell them for like $1.50 or $2 a pound, trying to make a little bit of profit, but not completely screw everybody over. Right. But it's not my main source. It's just something that I did. I wanted to have a bunch of plates. But my point of saying all that is you get what you pay for. So if you want no scratches, no marks, like you're not going to be able to get it for $1.15 a pound. You're going to have to pay $2 a pound and all that fun stuff. So anyways, that's my little rant. And just to set expectations, sometimes and every once in a while, you'll get lucky where like you'll go to like Goodwill or something, or you'll get a deal here on Amazon, or you'll find something, or maybe on Marketplace where it's just someone is like liquidating, trying to get a bunch of cash. They're like in a place where they just want to get rid of it. And it's a really, or they don't know what they have. And then they, just try and get rid of it and think, oh, wow, this is a good price, but they don't actually know what they could sell it for. But anyways, let's go into the King Will spinner rim. So Chris and everybody watching, I'm wondering, do you guys remember? Do you remember spinner rims, like on your like wheels having the spinner component to it? This is for your finger, the ring. It's really cool. It's like fidget friendly. And this is huge for me, especially when I go to meetings or like dinners and stuff like that. And like, I don't want to be distracting playing with stuff. I use like the fidget ring. And it just kind of helps keep my hands preoccupied and like almost like helped focus my mind as well.
All right, so I'm not a huge jewelry person, but this ring's actually really cool. And the coolest thing to me is not only how, like, again, the aesthetics, but like, check out that fidget component to it. You can just kind of like turn that centerpiece. So to me, that's my favorite part of this ring. I always kind of like fidgeting with things, whether it's my ring when I have it on or anything like that. And this is cool to just have that centerpiece be the only one that moves. And then I actually like wore it out for my daughter's birthday. Like I didn't feel like there was an issue from an aesthetics perspective. Again, I'm not a huge jewelry person, but totally felt good rocking this bad boy. So from like an aesthetics perspective, got the thumbs up from both me and my wife, as well as just like, I'm gonna call it functionality for lack of a better term. I just think it's cool to be able to kind of like just fidget with this bad boy. So that's my 2 cents on it, y'all. Yeah, I give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I say y'all now. It's funny sometimes to watch content I made like more than 6 years ago, because now at this point, like I've been creating content either documenting my own fight journey or like my business for like over 10 years. So it's funny to go back and watch things from like 2011, 13, 15, before I moved to Asheville. And you can hear a difference in even like, I obviously I would never say y'all before moving to the South. Maybe that's not obvious, but for those of you that are from the South and haven't been anywhere else, not everybody says y'all. Fun fact. Usually, especially up in New York, like I say you guys. Even if I was talking like a group of females, it'd be like you guys. That's just like, thanks you guys. Or like, and then instead of saying appreciate y'all, appreciate it. Or appreciate that. But I like the idea of like saying appreciate y'all, appreciate you. Like it's like a nice kind of little twist to it. And hey, Mike, can you call this number and ask for Hannah? I've been looking for a counselor and tell Hannah I need help with my mental health. Mike, ask Hannah if she can help me after you get off Mike. So wait, when you go to the hospital, Chris, like, are you able to like talk to anyone about like wanting any support mental health wise? And like, why, I wonder, why can't you call Hannah yourself? I know you don't have your phone until October 1st. Maybe you could talk to your parents. Cause like, I'll be transparent with you. It's not just you, Chris. Like I would not feel comfortable calling anyone on anyone else's behalf, especially if I like, and listen, as much as I like love you and I love the community you have, like, I don't really know you, you know what I mean? So I don't know who Hannah is. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. It's not just you, like that would be anybody. And like, I would highly recommend, I don't even know if you know Hannah, you have a relationship with her. I'm sure she wouldn't feel comfortable with a bunch of random people calling her number and like putting her number out online like that. But that's my 2 cents. I don't know. You like live your life however you want, but that's just my perspective on it. Like if someone like gave out my number on honestly, that's not true because I have my number posted everywhere. At least I have a public number and I have a private number. But yeah, if someone gave out like my private number online, like that would not be cool. I wouldn't really appreciate that. So, but then again, maybe she told you to do that. So I don't want to make assumptions. Anyways, let's get into the Bestier gaming TV stand. Even though I don't really use this for gaming because like my TV is like right here on a different mobile setup, but it's still something I have right here next to me. I use every single day. It has books on it. It has my products I still get to do. Like, for example, I realized, I still got to do the screen protector video, which I have a phone case and whatnot. And then it is a place in Moore, Oklahoma, Mike. Oh, it's a place, not a person? Oh, well, I'm saying you're saying call that number and ask for Hannah. Oh, so it's like a place, and then they have counselors there. Gotcha. So then I wondered, too, like, would she then call you? It's called Christian Counselor. Oh, that's cool. That's nice, man. And then ask if she can help me. Gotcha. Well, cool.
In this video, we're going to be going over the Bestier 44-inch gaming TV stand. That's great for the bedroom, the living room, or really anywhere that you're going to want to get your TV and your gaming on. So first, let's look at its setup. This is the lighting, which I think is really cool. There's actually a lot of controls that you can use to alter it, to change it. It also has some great holes in the back that allow you to put all your wires through. You'll see that right back here. And then a remote that comes with it to actually control the lighting. And yep, you guessed it, it doesn't come assembled. So this is me kind of doing a little time lapse, putting it together, piecing it out, and the estimated time was roughly around an hour to an hour and a half. I was able to do it just right in the middle of that, about an hour and 15. And as you can tell, I was doing it by myself. They do recommend having a second person, but you can technically get it done by yourself. And here I'm just kind of bringing it home, piecing it all together. And the thing I like about it is the function aspect of it. Again, very friendly for gaming, for TV, having all those holes you can see on the back end with the wires being able to pass through, as well as the lighting. And again, let's look at the finished product one more time. I think the lighting is my favorite part, and being able to put whatever you want underneath here. I actually have now my Xbox set up there, as well as some just cool memorabilia and things that I go over in my streams, which if you guys see my streams, you'll be able to check it out. With that being said, enjoy, y'all.
And boom. So I was just checking the phone. Ashley was texting me. She's got a cute picture, and I haven't seen it yet, so I want her to send it. I think it's of the kids. That is my bad, Mike. No, don't worry, dude. Here's the thing, Chris. This is what I'll say, and this is what I texted too, is like where I put in the chat. I think it's always great to ask, and at least you know the answer. However, there is a component of like knowing that depending on the question that you ask, like obviously it's never going to upset me. You know what I mean? Like I want you to ask this question. Just don't take it personal if you ask a question and someone says no, or if they're like, yeah, no, I can't help you with that. Or like that's the biggest thing is, and that's what I find to be the hardest. I'm curious how you feel about this, Chris, is like sometimes putting yourself out there, being vulnerable to ask a question, and then you don't get the result you want. That could be tough, and it can be hard to like process that. So know that, in my opinion, it's better to ask, but also understand, like, don't take it personal if the answer is no. It's like nothing against you, man. It's just that's not something I would, in this situation, feel comfortable with. And like, even when we had Anna on, and you're like, hey, can I like talk with you and stuff? Like, some people just may not feel comfortable with that. It's nothing like, and I wouldn't take it personal. Is kind of my point. Yeah, I know. All right, good. Sounds like you know. So beautiful. All right, let's get into these Right Fit bands. And then we're also, ooh, man. So I got at the gym, we ordered a Right Fit squat rack, and this is one like. Again, this wasn't even like Right Fit sent me the resistance bands as a sponsorship, but before we had a deal worked out with them, I ordered a squat rack from them just because I wanted to try it and have it for the gym because it was like a really multi-purpose, awesome squat rack, which I'll highlight. But I'm going to be honest with you guys, I'll get into some details on it, and then I'm going to do like a full video on it later as well, but I'll give you guys some insight.
All right, y'all. So we're going to be looking at the Right Fit resistance band set. Now, the cool thing with this is it comes with a door stopper. You might be wondering, like, why is that cool? What's the benefit? So it goes right into the door, like I was mentioning, and it allows you to put your bands through this little loop. So we're going to slide it right through here so that you don't need a squat rack or anything like that. You literally just put this right into the door. You can set it either at the top portion of it, the bottom portion, whichever way you want it set up. Bam. Now I can go from a high angle to do pull downs. I can put it on the side or low to get a variety of angles and do a variety of exercises. We could do tricep extensions, we could do tricep push downs, we could do rows, we could do curls. Literally, there's an infinite amount of variety that you can do. Now, here's a really cool piece as well. Because I selected the 45-pound set, you can actually pop open these handles right here and pull out the bands so you can increase or decrease the amount of resistance that you want to use. Absolutely.
Boom. All right. So that was just getting a little too choppy. I'm going to play one more kind of breakdown on the bands because there's one aspect I didn't really show or highlight as much that I shot a second video for that I want to show you guys. And then Chris, I'm waiting for Ashley to send me the picture too. She's like, oh, this is I think it's a picture. It might be a video, but it hasn't like come across it. You know how sometimes when you send an image or like a video on your iPhone or whatever, and the iChat, it's just like, if you don't have good connection, it may not send. So hopefully we'll see. She may have to resend it to me, but I'm going to play this video. I'm also going to re-up my coffee here. I had the Ninja coffee maker highlight on the other carousel, so I'm actually going to use that because I got some coffee made. I'm going to pour that in here. And then I will talk about the Right Fit Power Cage because there's some components to it that I wanted to talk about and just some feedback I wanted to get. And I still have to reach out to the company too to get some insight with them.
In this video for the Right Fit resistance bands, I wanted to break down kind of a second feature that I didn't do in my first video. Now I've got the 45-pound set, so you can see they have 3 different resistance bands here. Now check this out. I slightly pull out the band and you're gonna see there's a little like looping locking mechanism that locks into place. So if I don't want the 10 pounds of resistance, I wanna drop it down. Now I can go to 35 pounds of resistance and then I still have the other bands in place and then I'm good to go with the handles. So it's really that simple to swap out the resistance and the weight, and definitely an easy to use function. Again, we just pull it out, pop open, and then you can drop the band out or just easily add it back through again, thread it in, lock it into place, and you're good to go.
Bam, and I'm back. All right, let's pop that bad boy up. So now I wanted to talk about just from my experience with Right Fit on the other side. And this isn't even a sponsored product, but on the other carousel, I have the Right Fit Power Cage. Has a lat pull down, 360-degree landmine attachment, certified to hold up to 1,000 pounds. Ooh, they have a $60 off inland coupon right now. So here's the one thing I will say. Oh, I didn't notice this. So it had a, well, there's an optional weight bench. Oh, I didn't see that. So they have like the spotter arms, all that stuff. One thing I'll say, guys, like, I was kind of expecting from the price is it's, and like I had the owner of the gym, Johnny, seeing me put it together, and he's like, I would be honest with you, dude, like it's cool, but like I don't think I would use that. Like he's a strong, big dude. He's like 220, 230 pounds when he's like fully healthy. Right now he's dealing with some lupus things, so he's like 210 pounds maybe. But he's still strong, right? And like I put on some weight. It wasn't moving as smoothly as I want. So like I think the cable was fraying a little bit. So I got to check the setup on that. And it just felt like the welding and the brackets and the bolt stuff were a little bit less than the best quality, which maybe is why they can deliver it at the price they have. And, oh, what's going on, David and Chris? I'm going to get to you guys in a second. But I wanted to just break that down. And then, yeah, Lori, maybe one day, maybe MyFitnessPal. Oh, tracking MyFitnessPal one day. Okay. But I'm also comparing it to like Rogue Fitness has like super high quality stuff, and you're going to pay more for it. Like, honestly, my wall mounted squat rack, it wasn't that crazy, but it was like, I think $1,000 maybe, or like $800. I'm like, oh man, for a couple $100 more, I probably would have gotten, but this thing is super versatile. It has all the things. So I figure it was worth a shot. I'm still going to use it, still have it at the gym. I'm going to just tweak a couple things. I might even upgrade some of the pulley systems and the bolts. I'm going to reach out to Right Fit too. So I'm going to give them a fair shot, obviously, to see like, hey, maybe I just put it together. I also like, there's a possibility where I just didn't assemble it as well as I could have. So that could be a factor. But overall, like for the resistance bands, they're awesome. The squat rack, super versatile. I love the idea, but maybe, and it's also, again, might be better for home gym. Like I might even bring this home and then swap out my Rogue one and bring it into the gym, because for commercial use, for a lot of reps, I don't know how it's going to hold up. So anyways, that's like my 2 cents on it. But with that being said, let's go into the rest, y'all. And then, Lori's back. And then David, what's going on, dude? And then hold on, Chris, you said, so still an echo in the video with the sound on. Got you. Text Ashley and tell her I said hello. Aw. Yeah, Ashley says hey, by the way. From the last time you mentioned to say hello, she wanted me to say hey. And then how you doing, by the way, David? And then Lori, let's see what we got. So just for water goal, start simple, 3 of 7 days, 2 bottles of water. For now, maybe a simple paper. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like figuring out what is it exactly is going to be the most likely and realistic for you to be able to track. Like I love using apps. Like we have our own app. We're actually beta testing a new app right now, which is I've gotten some like pros and cons feedback. I've worked with multiple app companies from Noom to Kickoff to my Fitness Pal to my PT Hub to Trainerize now is the one we're beta testing. And they've all had great things about certain variables and features. So like we're working on even like transparently, like I think in another, 18 months, we're going to have our own app that I want to build out from scratch. It's probably going to cost, like I've priced it out in the past, it's going to cost like 6 figures to really do it the way I want. But I realize it's less about beating a certain brand to market. It's more about being able to deliver the best features and quality to clients and to you guys and making like a premium version of it. Because again, my coaching is like high end, like it's very expensive and it's expensive for a reason because you get what you pay for. But hold on, let me go back into the chat. I'm just ranting here, y'all. So, hey, Mike, when are you doing a duck race? Ooh, yeah. So we're not doing that's a good question. We haven't really done duck races. So I'm actually probably not doing any duck races until October 1st when we do our big $1,000 giveaway. Speaking of which, let me do a screen share. I appreciate you reminding me about that. So I'm going to do a screen share, and then I want it in my face more than an app. Quack. Yeah, I see you, Lori. So yeah, maybe writing it on the fridge, right? Or like having like multiple pieces of paper like throughout where you find yourself the most and having it on the fridge, maybe in like bathroom mirror, your like office or your whatever you find yourself in. Let me pull up. So guys, if you want to get in on the giveaway, go to the link tree. I have it right here below me. You can see I have the link typed in. Also, I have it in the chat. Go to $1,000 gift card giveaway. Anna, Gina, and myself are kind of bringing this collabing on that one. Put your name, your email in, just kind of like I did here. I'm not actually entered. Don't worry, guys. And then all you got to do is make sure you're following us on Amazon. So Gina, myself, the LOF business channel, and then Anna's channel. If you're not following on these channels and we can't verify that, then your winning is going to be discounted or it's going to like not count and we're going to just do it for somebody else. And then if you want bonus entries, you can do TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, refer your friends, all that good stuff. So that's how you can get in on it. We're not doing any other giveaways except that. Just because, like, again, it's $1,000 giveaway, really big. And then what I want to do is when we hit 2,000 followers, I'm going to throw another $1,000 onto it. So whether it's, if we hit, right now I'm at, like, let me actually check my number. I'm at 1,007 followers. So 1,007. I need to get to 2,000. Gina's at, like, I think, like 1,320. Anna already hit her mark. So shout out to Anna. She's going to put in her A-lister application. With all that being said, we're going to work to get to 2,000. When we get to 2,000, I'm already doing this $1,000 giveaway. If we get to 2,000 by October 1st for the giveaway, I'll throw another $1,000. So I'll give away $2,000. Or we'll do this giveaway, and then I'm going to wait maybe a month or two and then do another $1,000 giveaway to celebrate when we actually hit the $2,000 mark. So I allocated $2,000 as a celebration to give back to you guys for this channel. And then when we get the LOF channel to 2,000, because it's only at like 300 right now. When we get that one to 2,000, I'll do another $2,000 giveaway. So every time we have like a collaboration, or I'm sorry, $1,000 giveaway because we were doing it for Gina and myself. So that was 1,000, so that's 2,000. Every time we have a channel hit our A-lister status, I'm going to give away $1,000. I just think that's a really cool way to give back to you guys. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. Well, let me go back to the chat, see what we got going on. Let's see. And then Davey said, your wife is pretty and nice, coach. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, she's awesome. Like she really is, she married up though. Like I'm way more awesome than she is. No, I'm just kidding. I married up. But yeah, she's awesome. She's going to be streaming every Friday. And then again, when we'll do like a giveaway, we'll do $1,000 giveaway when she gets to 2,000 followers and applies for A-lister as well. So again, guys, we have Coach Chuck's channel, we have my wife's channel, we have my channel, and we have the LOF channel. So that's 4 different channels. The goal over the next 2 years or the next really 12 months is to get all of those channels, or I'm going to probably give it 2 years because it's a lot of like bandwidth to apply. Over the next 2 years, we get all those channels to A-lister. I'm going to give away $1,000 for each one of those channels. I think that'd be a cool way to do it. So yeah, anyways, thanks. Can we do? So that was the duck race thing. I'm good. I looked at the program you mailed to me. It's more solid than what I do. Yeah, dude. I mean, I saw you requested access. It's a legit program. And that program, man, that's part of our 12-week body recomposition program. That, because I think you won access to that from one of the giveaways. That I charge $2,000 alone for access. Combined with the nutrition, that's our $3,000 12-week program. So like, that's like really high-end, well put together thought process stuff that's been tested time and time again over the last like 5 to 10 years. And then hold on, let's see, what is okay, Chris? Thanks. Can we do yeah, we're not gonna, I mean, maybe I'll do one for like $1 or something. I don't really know. Maybe give away to the program. Hey Mike, I just wanted to make someone's day if I win. Mike said, I love being nice if I win a duck race. Hey Mike, I will tell people about your stream. Oh, thanks, man. And follow Mike. Yeah, I appreciate that. My man. Yeah. And then it looks like Lori's trying to get a duck race going too. So who knows? Maybe we'll do this if I have enough time at the end, because I'm going to do a workout after this, guys. So I still have some products to go through. We're going to go over the right fit. I'm going to cover all the products, and I'm going to go over not just the B-roll products, but everything I have behind me for the sponsored stream. And I'm going to do a workout. So I'm probably going to end up, I've been streaming for about an hour, probably going to do another hour, hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. We're going hard today, y'all. We're doing like multiple hours of streaming. I figured instead of doing like an hour here, an hour there, I'm going to like just knock this out, because I have a window of time that I spaced out for training and for streaming. So I figured why not? And then I got to get into the gym tomorrow and Friday and Saturday to put together the rest of the equipment, which I'm super excited about.
All right, y'all. So in this video, we're going over the right fit back brace or back support while you're weightlifting. So it has this little arced rounded edge. That's going to be perfect for positions.
So see, the audio's already getting choppy. Once the audio gets choppy, I'm going to let it run, but I'm going to talk over it so you guys don't have to deal with that choppy audio. And again, today's a leg day workout. That's, legs feed the wolf. It's a great quote from, I want to say it's like Herb Brooks from the 1980 Miracle hockey team. I want to say it was 1980 or 1984. And it's such a great expression that we talk about in the gym all the time. Like, legs feed the wolf, man. Even for our fighters, it's more variety than what I do, but it's a legit workout. I just can't seem to lose fat. So here's a combination, David. It's being able to get the workout program, but also managing your nutrition and having the right calories and food coming in, plus your sleep, plus your stress management. That's even going into like, what is a health coach, which is the topic I asked in the newsletter this week. What we talk about as a health coach, and like one of the areas of expertise or key focal points is nutrition combined with physical fitness, the weight management, time management, stress. So I want to ask you this, David. What do you think is the biggest barrier with you losing weight? Do you think it's your nutrition? Because here's the thing. While you may not have like a nutritional like expertise background, you know what you're eating and you have insight into your body and you're the expert on you. So I'm willing to bet you have an idea of what you're putting into your body and if it's working or not. So that's something I always like to ask, because if we're being honest with ourselves, you'll have insight there. And that's sometimes the hardest thing to do. But anyways, we'll keep it moving forward. We're going to get into the initial force adjustable dumbbells. And again, guys, Q&A, like pretty much all my streams are, but specifically on this, I wanted to create a lot of talking points around either the products, around questions you guys have, and diet, too many carbs. So there you go. It's perfect insight, David. So what are some of the carbs that you think you're eating too much of that you may want to lower or possibly just replace? So instead of having, let's say, rice is a typical one, that rice is a great carb and it can be a great source of energy, but we can overconsume it potentially. So instead of having rice, we go cauliflower rice, which is just literally cauliflower, like chopped down and minced up, where it can replace rice and it's way less calories, has more vitamins and minerals in it. It doesn't mean that's the right call for everybody. I'm just saying that could be an option. So I'm curious, like bread and macaroni, perfect. Look at you, David. You know what's up, dude. You make my job easy here. So knowing that, here, I'm going to play B-roll while we're talking about the initial force dumbbells. So knowing that, sounds like you like bread. Sounds like you like macaroni. So what do you think about finding some alternatives to that? Whether it's lower calorie bread, like for example, if you're eating like bread that has like 70 to 100 calories per slice, like there's bread out there that's 35 to 45 calories per slice. Now, then it gets into the argument of like processed additives and a whole bunch of other stuff, which it's like very much could be the case. But if our goal is to just lower calories and find swaps right now, that might be something to experiment with, or make your own bread. Or doing, gluten-free bread that has low calorie intake, or it depends. And then macaronis you can do, again, like red lentil pasta. Like I'm Italian, so I love pasta, right? But I'm not always going to eat pasta every single day. Not because pasta by itself is bad, but Because like you, David, I can eat too much of it. I can overconsume it. So I make like red lentil pasta, chickpea pasta, or we'll make homemade pasta from scratch. And you only however much we have, that's it. And then it helps contain the calories. So my point of saying all that is maybe try swapping out with alternatives from that. And then, oh, hey, Mike, can you do a shout out to my parents? Yeah, 100%, Chris. What's their names? Or just shout out to Chris's parents. Sending you guys some love and a shout out. Especially you have a great kid on your hands, great son. I'm sure you know that, obviously. You're his parents. And I'm proud of him. So I'm sure you're proud of him as well for like the exercise he's doing, the push he's doing, and all the things that he's dealing with. So anyways, that's my little like positive vibes dealio. Now let's get into, we got some more B-roll coming at you guys. We're getting towards the end though. Don't worry guys. We're getting towards the end. We're going to get into a workout soon. We're getting leg workout in here. I'm excited for this one. But now we've got the Lenchon multiple port charger. And this thing, especially back to school time when you're using a lot of devices, and this is clutch. Wait for it. Wait for the load. Loading.
So in this video, we're looking at the Lenchon portable multi-device charger cable. So now this has the lightning cable you're going to plug in to your outlet box, and then you're going to have the option to have 3 different USBs and a lightning cable as well. Now you're going to want to make sure that this is plugged in. This is not just to be portable without having an outlet connected to it, and then you'll be good to go. Again, having multiple devices in one shot is definitely a thumbs up. Easy to travel with, easy to move with. Again, it has that lightning cable. The box is not included, so you're going to want to have either like the box or the outlet for it separately. You plug this bad boy in, and then you can use it on multiple devices here.
And bam. And I also just typed in the chat for both the channels is I have a favor to ask you guys. So I don't want to ask it if you're not, I always like, this is something I'm working more on, is not just assuming is asking. Like, first off, can I ask you guys a favor? I don't want to just say, hey, here's the favor I want to ask you. Can I even ask you a favor? And it's totally cool if you're like, nah, dude, I'm not trying to take on any more things or like help anybody out or support. No worries, man. I don't take that personal. I totally get sometimes you just have too much on your plate and you don't want anyone to ask you any more things. Anywho's, and then David's like, what is it? All right, perfect. So again, going back to the giveaway. So I'm going to ask you guys a favor. I'm going to type, I can't even type in the link. So I'm going to put in my link tree. If you guys can go to the giveaway, even if you're already entered. Oh, what's up, B? 33 entries. Oh yeah. Nice, dude. Go to the link tree. I just typed into the chat and go to the giveaway link and share that giveaway and just refer people that, like, again, here's the cool thing. It doesn't cost them anything and they get the opportunity to win $1,000, and every person you refer, it increases your entries. And B, to your point, so you have 33 entries, right? So you can like enter, but the key is you'll get more points for like referring people. You get more points for following us on social media, but you got to make sure you're following on all the Amazon accounts. If you're not following on all the Amazon channels, even if you win, we're going to ask for verification and you're going to lose your winning if you're not already following. You can't follow like after the fact. You have to have like a verified screenshot of you following that you send us when you win. Plus, you guys got to be here live. When we do the giveaway announcement October 1st, you got to be here live for it, or we're only going to give you $500 and then we're going to give away the other 500 live. Now, the downside is I think I'm going to be in Atlantic City that day for my brother-in-law's bachelor party. So I don't know if I'm actually going to be here for the stream. I might have Ashley standing in for me. But either way, we're still going to give away the money. Gina will be here. Anna will be here. We're just going to figure that out. And then Chris saying, today is Regina and Steve. They are nurses at the hospital, Mike. My dad, Steve, has to work today on his 27 years of being married. Mike, I am cooking spaghetti for my parents and meatballs. That is what I'm doing tonight with corn and green beans. Oh, that's adorable, Chris. So happy anniversary to Steve and Regina. Sounds like they're both amazing nurses and people at the hospital near you, and that you're just being an amazing son to support them by cooking them a beautiful dinner. That's awesome. So yeah, shout out to them, especially if they're nurses, man. That's something in the health and wellness space, the medical space. I feel like medical professionals don't get thank you enough. So thank you, Steve and Regina. I don't care what you guys believe about COVID or whatever, like hoax or not, like medical professionals show up every single day and they risk their lives and they deal with people that are not always the happiest or nicest because they're dying or they're scared of dying or they have medical issues. And they bring so much value to the world. And I think it's such, a thankless thing that anytime I get an opportunity to say thank you to someone that works in that space, I want to take that opportunity. So thank you to Steve and Regina. And then I want a nice docking station from Tech Tip Tools. I haven't got it yet though. That's cool, David. Congrats on that. And then B, what else is going on, homie? Don't talk to me about crypto, by the way. I don't want to hear it. No, I'm just kidding. So here's the thing though, B, I'm going to be straight up with you. I still have 10% of my portfolio every week. I auto buy dollar cost average buy crypto, the main crypto, and I still got my stock investments. I still have that being allocated dollar cost average. And then what's the favor? So the favor B is sharing the Linktree link with people, referring them so they can get in on the giveaway. Let me know if that makes sense or if you kind of heard that. Because I don't know if you're actually listening to the video or just watching. I'm sure you're listening too, but I don't want to listen. Anyways, let's get this self-care tweezer set on that I've been meaning to talk about for the last like 5 minutes that I've had highlighted. Shubayam. And then thanks for doing that shout out. Yeah, of course.
Over the face-made
thanks for always supporting
tweezer and self-care kit. So as you can see, this has a slot for each one of the tweezers and the razors and the scissors. So you have pointed tweezers, you have slanted. This is actually super cool. It comes with a really nice kind of eyebrow razor to get you really fine and in there and precise with your kind of eyebrow care. Got our nice scissors here, nice little bit of curvature as well. Super sharp, get the job done.
Right,
and
so
again,
the audio is still a little splotchy. You guys, I'm curious. I'm gonna have to like. This is what's cool about, or maybe not cool. I think it's cool. Everyone's, I guess, definition will be different. What's interesting about Amazon is like this type of style of live streaming and like services are still relatively new. So there's not a lot of like, I'm working on onboarding a virtual assistant in the fall, like right now, like in the next month or so. I'm just getting everything lined up for them. Being able to have like tech specialists, like even my brother-in-law, who is my accountant or one of my accountants, you know, we were asking in the Facebook group, like, hey, are there any accounts that specialize in influencer, like understanding tax write-offs, things like that? So like my brother is a lawyer, like going over contract stuff. Like there's still so many roles and things we're figuring out that's needed in this space. And there's still so much growth because this is the Wild West right now on Amazon. To be transparent with you guys, this platform's been around, the live streaming aspect, for like 3 or 4 years that they've been beta testing. The last year or two has been live, but there's still so much that they're figuring out. So there's so many cool opportunities. And like, honestly, I'm still working on, I have a meeting next week for our seller side of things, because we're going to be launching the LOF fitness brand. So we'll be a seller as well as an influencer. So you're going to be seeing me feature more of my own products that you guys can get from clothing. B, you've gotten the hat. So we're not going to have that hat anymore because that one's like a limited print, but we're going to do like different types of clothing, fitness apparel, workout stuff, compression, massage guns, smartwatches, resistance bands, foam roller, like anything that you can see that we can manufacture that's good quality, that's a cost-effective price point, that's not going to be crazy to ship, we're going to get into. So I'm really excited about that. And then I'm going to eat really quick, Mike. I'll be back when I get back during your workout. Can you play what kind of feeling? Tell your brother-in-law congrats on being married, Mike. Yeah, for sure, dude. And then, yeah, when we get the workout going, I'll get a playlist rocking. And then it's a good place to visit, good conversation. And some people like the giveaways. What you talking about, David? What's a good place to visit? You talking about Amazon just in general? Yeah, like that's, dude. Sorry, I'm just like, don't mind me as I'm delayed on the whole aspect of it. That's what I think is interesting is like most people I talk to, they don't even know Amazon has a live streaming feature. So like everyone I talk to, I've mentioned like, hey, by the way, next time you go on Amazon and Amazon Live, like check the live streaming feature. Ooh, I'm gonna turn my lights on. Oh, this is too bright. Let's turn it this way. There we go. There we go. All right, so just enough lighting. Got to have the right lighting. So it's getting kind of cloudy and dark here. But yeah, I think it's such a cool aspect that is just going to grow. Like, you know what I mean? I always compare it. Do you guys remember QVC? Obviously, QVC is still thinking, but I think with like regular cable TV and network dying off more or less, this is like that new version of it with so many streamers and so many products and perspectives and things. Like it's way more entertaining. And again, the community dynamic, the chat dynamic, like when you do QVC, you couldn't have a chat going. Like you could have people calling in to order stuff, but you can't have an open conversation. So I think that's such an interesting dynamic that Amazon Live creates, like Twitch, YouTube, but especially on Amazon Live because they have such a big market share with the product side of things. It's so much potential here.
In this video, we're going over C-Keep kinesiology
Oh, there goes
tape.
the
This
audio
comes with 2
already.
rolls
So we're
per
going to pull this down, and I'm just going to talk as the product's being displayed. And then we're going to go into the pulse ox. I got some wipes. We got some other stuff. And I think that's really it, yo. What else? And then I'll just highlight some of the other, like, we'll go through any things you guys have questions on. I'll demo some of the other products I have behind me, like the GRT mattress topper protector and the Uni Libra one as well. So I'm just curious, like, why is everything so laggy? I'm going to have to talk to my people about cleaning up I think I might have to just, again, get a bunch of stuff on an external hard drive. I think that processing power of the computer might be getting messed up. Who knows? Maybe I just got to, like, power this thing down for a week, because I'm going to be in Vegas next week anyway, so I'll just power it down. And then there's a way to see who has the most entries, not publicly, but on my end, I can go into the reports and see, like, who has the most entries for sure. And then you got anything for sore muscles from overuse? Oh, definitely do, David. Definitely do. So are you looking more so for, like, equipment and tools? Are you looking for, like, lotions, topical stuff? Are you looking for, like, supplements? Like, what kind of things? Because there's so many different things you could do for sore muscles. Simply just hydrating, feeding your body, and sleeping well can be a big first thing. I wouldn't even get other stuff unless you're making sure you're getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep, you're getting the proper nutrition, you're not over consuming, and you're also getting the right training. Then you can start to add in, like, foam rolling, stretching, soft tissue work. Then from there, you can start to add in, like, a TENS unit. I'll actually highlight some stuff that I have in the carousel for, like, the sore muscle side of things, from the massage gun I talked about to even, like, foam roller. And then we have on the other carousel, like, topical stuff, things like that. What's the highest number? Ooh, that's a good question. Let me see. You know what? Now that you asked that, let's go investigate here. And then I'm going to go into the pulse ox next. Let me highlight this. Bring up the pulse ox. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to check out the numbers, because that's one thing that I'm also, like, reaching out to everybody.
In this video, we're going
to keep everyone informed. When you share your email, you're going to probably notice we're going to reach out to, like, hey guys, we're doing the announcement on the 1st. Then I just stay in touch with you guys with different, like, opportunities. Let's see, what's this? Let's check it. So we have the $1,000 gift card. Let's see who has the most entries. This will be a fun one. Whoop. Let's see, entries. All right. So we have 1,500 people entered to it. Dang. Dude, I don't even know you can process this number that I'm looking at right now. Let's see. And this is the key thing, guys. If you do win, you have to be able to prove that you're following, or verify you're following with, like, a screenshot. And we'll also be able to see it on our end as well. So we'll, like, cross that up. And then the highest number is 2,700 entries, by the way, B. So 30 is great, but you might have some work to do. And let me type that in. I think it's 2,712 entries. And then thanks for the follow, David. Yeah, make sure you're following on both on the LOF and the Coach Mike channel, because even if you win, if you're not following on both, it's not going to count. Let's see. And you don't have to, like, follow multiple times. Yeah, B, it's cray. So what we're also going to do, though, is, because you can, like, enter multiple times, like, referring people, getting bonus, following on all these accounts. We're also going to verify to make sure no one's gaming the system, because that's why we picked the Viral Sweep giveaway platform, because they help identify, like, hey, is someone, like, running automated systems? Are they creating just, like, crazy multiple accounts? This is just one email account that has 2,700 entries. So we're going to verify and make sure, because that's obviously going to have the best odds of winning, because the more entries you have, the more you increase your odds of winning. And again, it's just like an automated system. Lotions, I don't recover very good, but I just keep piling on tough workouts after another. So that's the other thing you got to ask yourself too, is, like, how much time are you giving yourself to recover? Because if you're not properly recovering, every time you work out, you're literally just breaking your body down and not giving it the ability to repair itself, which is actually where muscle growth happens. You got to make sure you're recovering.
In this video, we're going
really
over
important.
our lens and device wipes. Got
Let's see if
300
audio's
wipes
good
here. Again, they're
And there goes the audio. So I'll just rant while we're talking about the screen. This is also, like, the pre-moisten ones. I'd use this because like my kids, they were playing with some paint. Actually, so fun fact about my wife. I love my wife. This is one of the things I love about her is she like finds it soothing to like paint, like just paint walls, like so like I have no attachment to like what color anything is in my house. So, like I could have pink walls, I don't really care. As long as I have my garage space, I have my space where I can film and create content and hang out. Like I could care less about everything else. And my point of saying all that is she was painting the other day and the kids saw her paint. They're like, "Ooh, we want to paint." So they had like finger paint, but they actually touched their tablet with the finger paint, and having these pre-moistened wipes were clutch to clean off the tablet very quickly so it didn't mess up the screen. So if you guys have kids or if you've ever like eaten something and then touched a screen, you know what I'm talking about. Even just like your remotes, like even like gaming remotes, things like this. Like if you're eating chips and then touching it, you're going to get that grease. Like even the wipes, from my experience, have been helpful for that too. Well, hold on. Let me highlight. And then I would also say, depending on where you're sore, David, I'll highlight the Fit King leg massager. That thing can be nice too. Who's calling me? Who that calling me? It's from overuse. Yeah, exactly. So if you're overusing it, it might be time for your body to rest. Oh, ooh, the museum, I mean. Oh, Ashley didn't even take pictures. Oh, she's talking about the museum. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, also happy birthday to my nephew, Max. It's Max's birthday today, y'all. Woo! Max is a big boy. He's 3 years old. He's going to school now or preschool. They're going, I don't know where they are. They're somewhere with the kids. Well, I'm handling business. And then we're going to celebrate, I think, this weekend. We might have the birthday party next weekend. I forgot. But that's okay. We're allowed to do like 100%. Boom. Okay. Let's pull up what we got next, y'all. So I think the last thing we got is the car brush. And then I'm going to get into some of the other products I have behind me. And then I have met her, and she's very nice and attractive. Yeah, dude, Ashley is the best, and she's a hottie. So, no surprise there. I get surprised if you look at me, like, why would an attractive person like Ashley want to be with Mike? But I got a pretty good personality, I'll be honest. I'm pretty entertaining. And I don't know, maybe I have some other intangible things that, Here's the thing about Ashley, though. This is such a cliche, and it's such a story tale, kind of a perspective. But literally, from the moment I met her, I knew that was it. Like, I knew she was the one I was going to be with the rest of my life. It's cliche, man. And I'm not saying that's for everybody, but like with me and Ashley, like we also talked prior to like meeting up. Like, fun fact, you guys want to hear the story about how me and Ashley actually met? Because it's a pretty, I think it's an awesome story. And it's like a very new age style story because she's the one that initiated too. Fun fact. Which I think is helpful for a guy. So then you don't have to feel like a creeper. From my experience, at least. It must be. Exactly, D. You know what's up. Not even that. I think I just know how to use it. That's one thing I will say, guys, that I can't really I think speak too much on Amazon too. But this is a real thing. Jiu-jitsu, wrestling, grappling, judo, any kind of grappling sport definitely takes your game up, your bedroom game, because of the hip mobility and the way you learn to use your hips that you may not have had prior. I am willing to bet everything I have, all my money, that if someone, whatever on a scale of 1 to 10, wherever they were at in their bedroom game, they do jiu-jitsu for at least 6 months to a year, I'm willing to bet that number goes up. They're like the partner's experience, their skills, like that, you're going to get better at that activity, in my humble opinion. Not that I would really know besides my own experience, but like, it just makes sense to me. And from talking to other females, like females that have been like hooking up with fighters before, or whatever you want to call that, groupies, whatever the word is. And, they'll share like, oh, this is that person, whatever. Like, I would say 80 to 90% of the time, it's like, dude, what's up with you? Like, how are you so good at this? It's like hips, grappling, it comes in handy. You guys met at the booty bar, the boardy barn. Oh, no, dude. So here's the story. I'll tell you guys the story. And it's one of my favorite stories to tell from our entire relationship because it's such, I think, a cliche of who we both are. So my buddy Rob and I, he's like a childhood friend of mine that Ashley and Rob went to school together, went to college together, community school. And then they were friends on Facebook. Rob never introduced me to her because I think she was looking for like a nice guy. And at that time in my life, in my early 20s, I was not trying to settle down with anyone, right? Like I wasn't that. Not that I was a bad guy. I just wasn't trying to have a relationship. And she was. So my buddy Rob's like, yeah, you don't want Mike. Trust me. So anyways, me and Rob take a picture at a Super Bowl party. And Ashley sees it and goes, oh, who's your cute friend? And then I think she's trying to mess with Rob a little bit, but also like trying to hit on me. And this is like on Facebook, right? Like she just comments on it. So like I face back, I'm like, oh, what's up? And then I DM her, slide into those DMs, right? But we just started like texting and talking for like maybe a week or a couple days at least before we actually met up. And then we met up, and dude, our first date is like so cliche for both of us. Like I showed up and like we both agreed ahead. I'm like, yo, we're just going to drive around. We're not going out anywhere. It was like kind of it was like a Thursday. I had class or something the next day. And sorry, I'm just looking at your message here. So you have groupies for MMA. I mean, I don't anymore because I'm not like an active single fighter. But when you're like single and you're a fighter and you're going to events and ring car girls see you and you like have knockout wins or like you're doing good, like you know, you definitely have attention from women. You definitely will have that. And I did have that in like my early 20s. I mean, like now I'm sure there's people that like maybe are fans of me, but like I don't know it because I'm not hooking up with anybody. So how would I know? But anyways, point of me saying all this, and I'll highlight even the boxing gloves, even though I've already went over them, because I was also highlighting the mini massage gun that has 23% off. But my point of saying all that is we were like, hey, let's just show up in pajamas, chill. And like one of my favorite things to do to this day is just drive around in nice neighborhoods and look at houses and just like say like, hey, which house would I want to live in? Where do I want to be? And it's just like a fun activity. And it's kind of motivating too. Like the only downside from my experience though is like it can fuel my like constantly wanting to have more, you know? So like, but now I've really worked on being really grateful for everything I have and like knowing I don't need another house again in my life. I don't need to go anywhere. We could live the rest of my life in this house and I'll be fine. And my point of saying all that is so Ashley and I both in our jammas, PJs, I roll up to the house. We go for a drive. We look at like in Bright Waters in Long Island, which is like a nice neighborhood on the shore, on the water, driving around houses. We talked about like her family's from Germany, or one part of her family's German. My family's German. Like she called them Oma and Opa. I called mine Umi Upi, which is like German for grandma and grandpa. So like we have that kind of connection. Cause I always thought that was weird. I never knew anyone else that had German grandparents. And I was always like, to be transparent with you guys, like I love my Umi and Upi. Fortunately, they've passed away since like almost 20 years ago, like 15 years ago now, almost 20. We, you know, that's we like I've not really come across anyone that has like German, and I was embarrassed by it because they had funny accents. You know, they were from like my mom's born German. Like I'm first generation here on that side of the family. So like German was my first language actually. Like I picked up German. I learned English obviously too, and like obviously I have English, but like I stopped learning German because it started impacting my speech, and I was always kind of embarrassed by that. Embarrassed by my Umi was like a beautiful person, like super sweet and a saint of a person, but I was embarrassed by her accent. I was embarrassed by Upi and some of his tendencies and like the German aspect of it. It was just like, I don't know. It was embarrassing for whatever reason, which most kids I'm sure that are insecure have embarrassing things about their family. And then, wie geht's? Ja, das ist good. Was ist los? Was ist los, B? Wie geht es dir? Du sprechen Sie Deutsch? Ist Deutsch du lieber, I don't know how language, Deutsch ist du lieber, or lieber de Deutsch? Maybe that's a better way to say it. But since I've actually started like doing on my Duolingo app, like doing German lessons every day and with my kids, so they have it as well. Super Prost. Okay. You got some words to throw out there. That's always my favorite too. I don't even know, like, I don't know if I can say this because Amazon obviously has algorithms where you can't curse, but I wonder if I do it in German, if they'll flag it, or if that's like a different software they don't even have running because I'm in the US. But I'm tempted. That was like the first thing I learned how to do is curse in German. I feel like that's any language you learn how to curse in it first, and then you learn all the other stuff. So anyways, let's bring it home. Uh-oh, Aunt Doreen's calling me. I'm going to have to call her back. Hold on. Let me just double check. Yeah, Aunt Doreen. Hey, I'm live on Amazon right now, but I wanted to make sure everything's okay. Oh, I love you, Aunt Doreen. I'll call you later, okay? Bye. Oh, I love my Aunt Doreen. So that was my aunt. That's my my dad's brother's wife. She's awesome. Like she's like another mom influence in my life. Like there's been so many times Aunt Doreen has like provided wise wisdom or just a patient ear. Or just she's a very entertaining person. Like I can't wait. I have I want my buddies Ryan and Luke to meet her because like I think she'd make a great reality show. But that's a whole nother thing. All right, so let's talk about. So we're gonna go all the way back to the Inkbird pool thermometer. Let me pull this bad boy up. We'll go into other products that I missed, and then we're finally now I'm gonna get my workout on, y'all. So now you guys get to hang out with me for the workout side of things. Again, I'm still gonna highlight the products, all that, but I'll do more demonstrations of the exercises and that side of it versus the B-roll being played. All right, let's pull that up. Now I just got to find the thermometer videos. And then again, guys, make sure you're checking. I have more shoppable videos. I got like I'm waiting on a few more things that are coming in. And then this weekend, I'm going to record a bunch of content and we're going to be updating a bunch of shoppable videos on both my channels. So make sure you guys are always checking the storefront, shoppable videos. I got to update some of the products that I've listed there, and they have a new cool feature that you can pin some of your favorite products to the top. So I'm going to do that as well, especially for the fall season, like some go-tos. And then you got it made girl-wise, a pretty wife. Thanks, David. I'm very grateful, man. Like I very much do. And I have amazing kids. She's not only an amazing wife, but she's also an amazing mother. What's crazy, she's the triple threat, man. So she's beautiful, she's intelligent, and she's caring. You know what I mean? And so she's also extremely, extremely intelligent. And not that intelligence is like a key variable, but that's something I find attractive. She was a marketing manager, or she was in charge of the marketing department for like a medical device company back in Long Island, like a corporate professional. So like she was actually climbing. I don't think she was planning on getting married or maybe having kids. I think she was planning on I know she wanted that, but I don't know if that was her plan. She was just going to climb the corporate ranks and just like make a bunch of money and like maybe have kids herself. But what's crazy is she's actually like, I don't want to say given up, but she's like transitioned her focus now where she's not like, she does consulting work for the right client, but she doesn't work in corporate America anymore. And she kind of like let go of it. And I don't work in corporate America either because I'm like not a fan, but I think that's a huge thing that I always like to keep in mind, like the sacrifice that she made as well. Let's talk about the pool.
Pool thermometer combo setup. So this is the thermometer that's going into the pool, and this is the device you're going to be getting your readings on. Now, clearly, I don't have it actually in the water right now because, to be honest, where I am, it's a little cold, so our pool is not set up right now. But it's still a very cool device that you don't actually have to use with just the pool. You can also technically use it for your bathtub if you want to check out water, a hot tub, anything like that, or even your kids' pool. This is going to sync up. It does not come with batteries. This is going to take AAA batteries. You're going to have that separate. And this comes with the battery pack inside. You just screw this top off, and it'll open up. Pretty easy, honestly, to use instead of literally just turning it on and you're good to go.
All right, so now we'll get into the infrared Inkbird thermometer. And then we're going to get into then I'm going to do the sheets behind me, the mattress protector, and then we're going to get into the workout. Whoop, you guys don't want to see that workout. That's part of the workout I'm going to be getting into. All right. Why does everyone keep calling me? What is going on right now? Everybody's calling me. All right. Now we've got that Inkbird infrared thermometer.
In this video, we're looking at the Inkbird Plus food thermometer. Now, the cool thing about this is a huge thing I always like to see for products. This actually came with a battery included. So you pop it open right here. You can see this little kind of like nodule or indent on both sides. That's where you're going to just basically swing open for the battery. You can see the battery right here. Pops right in. Close it on up. And then there we go. So you have the option to go between Celsius and Fahrenheit. Now, the cool thing I like about this is also the modes and the different settings you can set it to here. But it's simple. Trigger. Now the cool thing you're going to see on the wall, it has a nice little like red dot scope, and then you can see temperature pops right up pretty much instantly. Definitely a cool and easy to use thermometer option.
Boom. All right, sorry. So I just wanted to take a moment there, honestly, to text my wife a reminder how grateful I am of her. Cause like you kind of mentioned that, David, made me think like, man, she is awesome. Like, I don't know if I tell her that enough and express my gratitude enough for her. So I wanted to make sure that I did that. All right. we talked about the waist trainer and the sauna suit. The only thing I'll say for the sauna suit compared to the waist trainer is the sauna suit can help you just obviously release more sweat across your entire body, not just locally around your waist. Can also help burn a little bit of calories just from changing your body temperature. But again, the second you put water and fluids back into your body, you're going to gain any weight loss that you have back. So I wouldn't do it for the weight loss component of it, unless you're a combat athlete and you're trying to make weight for an event. That would be the only thing that would make sense to me. Having said that, let's bring it back over here. Now we're going to get into, we got the Unilibra, and then we also have the GRT mattress protector. So I just have a variety of sizes here. So that's the only reason you're going to see different packaging. I already have these on my mattress, but we have some extra ones. So I have them for display purposes. And the cool thing about it is the variety of size going all the way from twin all the way up to Cali King. And then they also have, and then this will highlight the GRT one for the mattress protector. They have the crib size one. They have the crib all the way up to, slide this over here. Being able to, again, have the crib size all the way up to our Cali King size. And the value to me with a mattress protector or any version of this is, let's talk about for kids, and then we'll talk about for I think everybody else. For kids and the babies, if you've ever seen a baby with a blowout diaper, that thing's disgusting. Poops everywhere. It's a problem. Maybe problem's not the right word, but it's going to be a whole thing. And then if you don't have a mattress protector that gets into the mattress, that is going to be either a pain in the butt to clean. You might not even get it fully clean, and it can have mold and mildew and buildup and bacteria and all types of yuckiness. Even helps with dust mites and things like that, keep them off your bed. So that's a really cool feature. Then on the other side of it, and even going to the Unilibra as well, is the noiseless aspect of it for really both of them. So I just wanted to highlight this for you guys. And now with all that being said, we're going to set up the camera so that I can get into my workout. I'm going to see if I can also hook up my motion tracking camera as well without messing everything up. So let's see how this goes. You're not going to see me, but hopefully you should be able to hear me. And then what do you think of taking ketones? If you're eating low carb, ketones can be a valuable thing to help facilitate that transition. But the key thing to me is when it comes to ketones, that's just added calories too. If you're not managing your calories properly, so you got to be mindful of, because there's calories in ketones. So you have to be mindful of how you're using them as well and how much. Don't just use reckless amounts of it. Oh, sweet, I'm going to turn on this fat burning switch in my body. It's there's a whole process to it as well. You got to really keep that in mind. But they can be a helpful tool. I've used them in the past, and they've definitely helped me when playing with ketosis, especially if you're what I did, which was a mistake, was I was eating too much protein, not enough fat, and my body was having some issues, and it's called proteinuria, with I was just spilling too much protein over into my urine because my body couldn't handle the volume. All right. So let's see if I can get the motion tracking camera set up here as well. Let's spin my TV around and hopefully not knock everything over. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, y'all. Whoop. Almost spilled. We're getting there. We're getting there. All right, let's set up the 3D camera, everybody. Or, let's see, I'm going to spin this around. You know what? I'm just going to try spinning this around. Let's see if I can get the angle I want to create for the squat rack. So, yeah, I'm going to have to hold this puppy back. All right, hopefully I'm not going to unplug this camera. You guys get to see a whole messy view of my garage I normally would not show. But I think, you know what? I might even have this here. Might have this angle here. Or you know what? Maybe go here. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this one here. And then I'm going to have the motion tracking camera as well. So we'll have two different angles and two different shots. We got this, y'all. I just got to get the microphone set up. And then it's got calories I didn't know. Too much protein is bad for too much protein can definitely be bad for the kidneys. There's a lot of variables that play with that. Hold on, I'm trying to get my motion camera, the OBS bot. What? I think I have this here in my camera. Yeah, we do. Booyah. Let's plug this bad boy in, and I'll turn on my other microphone as well. That's what's cool. This has a mic in it as well. So we're getting a long stream in today, boys. Check this out. Now I got to move all my stuff over. All All right, don't worry. I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. We're just going to move the mic and the camera and all the other stuff set over so I can get my workout in. Got the workout coming, y'all. All right, let's see. I'm going to put on both cameras. So share, extra camera. Ooh, we got the OBS. Let's put that bad boy in there. Oh, snap. We got double view. Now let's get this one on me. We're going to motion track. I'm going to get this lighting out of the way and put it down here for some better lighting. It's all about the lighting, y'all. And let me know if this is even like, if you guys like the two different angles here, or if I should just go just straight up to the OBS. And then let me change my audio. Yep, audio's good. OBS bot, boom. All right. So now we're gonna go all the way back. Bring it on back. I'm gonna get my warm up in. I'm just gonna highlight some of the other products here as well. Boop, 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 boop. We'll go from that one end, go back down to the other end. Especially with the OBS bot, since I'm using that right now, might as well highlight it. And then we got the camera as well, so you guys will see the comparison. So you guys can see the OBS bot versus the Sony camera. All right, let me see. You know what I'm actually gonna do? I'm gonna do a warm up on the ball instead of on the bike, because today is leg day. I wanna get my hips going, and for jiu-jitsu purposes, this will be nice. So it's a win-win. Let me just get my, this is tracking me. I forgot about that. So let me make sure I got my water over here, camera. Over here, we got this. Come on over. Here we go. Make sure it's tracking. There we go. Camera, back over here again. Back over here, back over here. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let's get our balance here on the ball. Get those hips fired up. And now you can see with this camera angle what I'm doing. So I'm actually, you know, let me move this over a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better on what I'm doing with my legs and my hands, the posture, because this is actually like a really can be tough as far as an exercise, especially if you've never done it before. I think it surprises a lot of people. So this is something I always like to go over. Just like pinching the ball, holding the balance, takes a tremendous amount of hip flexor, abductor, and core strength, especially if you haven't really had to utilize this before. And I'm gonna cycle between being on, and I will always recommend, guys, starting with what you feel comfortable and safe with. So if that means like starting on all fours, and then as you progressively get stronger, more confident, you can experiment with posturing up, and then coming back down. We're playing with like circles, different types of movements, getting adequate with your body positioning. And then, oh, my coffee's so far away. We were watching Matilda the other night, and this is where like, I'm like, oh man, I want some Matilda skills right now just so I can float my coffee over to them. And then what I'll go through too here, guys, after this is, let me show you another aspect I think is really cool with the hip mobility side of things. So what you can also start with is you can get your feet off the ground. So I'm gonna lift my feet off the ground. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of get into an S stretch or a pigeon stretch variation. And what I'm doing here is I'm using my hamstrings and my hip flexors and my lower body to not only balance, but like kind of grip the ball. And then for some hip mobility, I'm just gonna switch to the opposite side. So I'm independently of my upper body and my hands working through these ranges of motion, and it uses your stabilizing muscles. Yeah, 100%. We're definitely using the stabilizers around the hips and those like accessory support muscles. And then, oh look, Lori, you see David. What's up, what's up? And again, this is what's cool having the OBS bot for that camera. I'm actually gonna keep on this for a while and we'll cycle through all the other products as I go through different sets. Boom, so let's see. First we got up, I know I have my landmine. Oh, I should probably set up so I can see what exercises I have. And I'll close out the rest. So I'm gonna have, I know I have a landmine squat. Why can't this drag? What is going on? Let me see if I can do this one. What is going on, y'all? Let's see if I can open up another window. Why won't it let me? Get out of here. All right, forget it. I already know what I'm gonna do, and I can pull it up on my phone if I need to. But dude, I have something going on with my computer. It's just not cooperating. I gotta like clean out a bunch of stuff and see if that's gonna help.
All right, so again, now one of the other things you can do too is even if you're not at that level, you can start with like both feet on the ground, and then you could just like lift and balance for a second or two, come back down, lift, balance for a second or two, and oh, what's up, Evans? Hey, dude. And this component of hip flexion and having stability on one leg may seem easy, but if you've never done it before, it can actually be a pretty significant challenge. And then like this is, I went to Canyon Ranch and they had a whole class. Oh, what's up, Blake? I had a whole class around like how you could use the physio ball just to prime your body and get warmed up. So even just like bouncing and turning, right? Check this out. Just the bouncing and turning can be like minimal impact, but also like good hip mobility warm up, abduction, adduction, getting your heart rate up. You ever take the most weight you can handle and just walk a little? Not the most weight, but I've definitely done like a percentage of my 1 rep max and like walked around with it for a weighted carry or a farmer's carry or something like that. There's tremendous value in that. And then, hold on, I'm gonna get my legs straight now. So then you can also straighten your legs out and just work on the core, having the quads fire, hip flexors. And then Evans, I feel like you're already in the giveaway, but Blake, in case you're not too, I'll plug, we have a $1,000 giveaway. The info's below. Go over to the link tree, get yourself entered, and then share with friends, share with whoever, increase your chances of winning. We're making the announcement for the $1,000 giveaway October 1st. Again, you have to be here live for that stream to get the full $1,000 if you win. If not, we'll email you and we'll still give you a prize, but it's gonna be $500, and then we're gonna give away the other $500 on the actual live stream. And then Evans is in, he knows what's up. Yeah, Evans, all right, so let me pull up my workout. Yeah, we got landmine, and then we're gonna superset that with our straight leg deadlift. Nice. All right, so let's go into our other product as well, because I got a bunch of other products. I already pretty much talked about everything, guys, but I'm gonna do like, I've been streaming for over an hour and a half now, and I'm gonna probably do another hour just of me doing the workout, so you guys can kind of see the products being utilized in this different kind of way, which I thought would be fun. Got about 15 more seconds here, so I'm gonna again go through my mobility. And again, like this may seem easy, but this is kind of advanced. I'll be honest with you guys. Like to do this, you have to have good stability, strength, and mobility. Plus, I've been doing jiu-jitsu for years. And like this is very, very helpful for jiu-jitsu especially. I'm biased to that though. All right, so got the warm-up done. And the thing I like about that is kind of efficient because it not only helps drive up your body temperature, but it's going to go through ranges of motion in the hip flexors and prime the body up. The only thing I think I'm going to add to that warm-up is a little bit of a rotate and twist just because my back's still feeling a little tight. So I'm literally like super simply, just for like 30 seconds, just turn and reach. Okay, notice what I'm doing. I have the second camera here, the Sony camera, pointing at my feet and the floor so you guys can kind of see what's happening. I'm pivoting my feet as well. This is kind of like from boxing, but it also helps just rotate and get more movement out of it. And then I might even go to my email and print that sample workout. Yeah, I would definitely print that out and use that workout. Because again, man, like it's a really powerful program. This is the one I'm doing right now, actually. This is one of the workouts from it. All right, so that's our warm-up. Let's set up our landmine attachment, and then we'll also get set. I'm going to highlight, what do we got next? Let's get some of the other fun stuff. You know what? I might even throw the sauna suit on. Just even for my lower body to help keep it warm a little bit. I'll throw on the legs just to get a little bit of a sweat going here, though. Keep my lower body warm as the seasons change. I've noticed like keeping that body temperature right is very, very helpful. So we get the sweat going, y'all. All right. Let's see. Boom. And then over here, I'm going to highlight. I'm going to go with, I'm using a specific belt for this landmine setup, so I'm going to highlight that as well. So this one's going to come in clutch. So again, we're going to go straight bar, deadlift, and we're going to have a landmine squat variation. So that's why I have the Sony camera set up at one angle and the OBS camera set up at another angle. I'm already going to tell you guys, we're going to load up 245s. This is 35, 45. You get two of these bad boys on. That's what's helpful is having a program and being able to track your weight so you know where the progressions are and how much weight to add to it, and being able to keep yourself challenged but not overly challenged where it's going to become too much. And that's a very fine balance to find. You know what? Let's
get frisky. What are we throwing? We're going for a fourth. Third 45. When we pull out, again, our belt has the chain on it so we can properly set up our landmine. You guys will be able to kind of see. And I might only connect it, I might literally just like hook it right onto the bar. I might not even use the attachment for it. Let's see how this goes. I don't know if it's going to be low enough. Let's find out. Oh yeah, that's going to be perfect. That's going to be perfect. Yeah, look at that. Now I just got space. That's the only downside. One. I'm going to come forward here just a little bit. There we go. It's just the angle's not the best. All right, I'm going to actually use this just to make it easier to loop it through. That's why I was using it in the first place when I was experimenting. Experiment failed. That's why it's good to experiment, y'all. So you know what works and what doesn't. Clip this puppy in. Shabam. Stand it right up. Keep that tension going. 1, 2. Just like that. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. We got some more. 11. Ooh, David, so that's a good question. 12. So to your question, this isn't for bulk, honestly. What ends up happening, yes, it's for like adding on muscle, but the volume in which we're doing it in a way that allows us to have a greater muscular endurance, but also adding strength and size onto the body. And what I typically hear people being afraid of is, oh, I don't want to get too bulky. Your training definitely is a variable for bulk, but it really comes down to your nutrition, guys. Like, if you're in a calorie deficit, your body's going to respond differently than if you are in a surplus and if you have adequate protein. You need to have the supplies to build the muscle, not just the workouts. The workouts are kind of like, I don't have a good analogy. I was going to come up with like a construction analogy, but that one actually, I don't know if that totally is the best one to use. Let's see, do I have? All right, so I need to get one more 45 we're going to throw on here to keep it balanced. And we're going to get into our straight leg deadlift variation. That's 25, 25, so I just need one more 45. Come on, 45. 35, here's 45. Yeah, 45, man. I brought all my 45s pretty much to the gym at this point, so now I just got a bunch of like 10s and 15s and other weights. Camera, over here. Come on, old guys. Don't be losing me already. Don't you lose me, camera, over here. Over here, camera. There we go. All right, now let's go to, so here's another RDX product I'm gonna feature is the deadlift hooks. I'm not gonna use them yet, but it's definitely a valuable piece. And then I was talking about the right fit weight support or the weightlifting belt. So I'm actually going to use that for the deadlift. So you guys can kind of see that. All right. Hinge on. Scooch it over this way just a little bit. So this way you guys can see from the lower body and the upper body angle. So notice again, I'm dragging. It's a straight leg. Get parallel to the ground, come back up. We're going for 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. We got 2 more. One more time. Well, all right, so we're going to take a minute. Round 1 down.
We got 3 to go. So I'm on 4 rounds on that. Grab my timer. Let's see what else we got here. Ooh, I'm gonna highlight the water bottle because that one's always clutch. Make sure y'all are staying hydrated. And I can already feel my legs getting warm and sweaty. So I'm not even using this for the sweat component. I just wanted to highlight that for you guys. Because here's the other cool thing. With this sauna suit, the one thing I will say that's valuable about it is you don't have to use it the entire workout. You don't have to even use it to make you sweat. You just use it to help get you warm. That's something I've talked about with my business partner. One of the other things I do like with the sauna suit is I would jump in my steam sauna, I'll have the sauna suit on too, just help get some sweat and some mobility and some blood flow. Once I get there, I take that all off. Just help facilitate, again, not for weight cutting, but just getting blood flow. Just being able to help the body from a recovery perspective. All right. So with that being said, I realized I didn't even set the timer. Let's get into round number 2. Use my stopwatch. And you know what? I'm going to go with some music here. You know what? I don't even want to mess with the music because I've been getting my videos taken down on other platforms because of the music and the copyright issues. It's like, hey, listen, I don't even care. It's like, obviously not my music, but like, let it just stay up the video and just give the AdSense to that streamer or give them credit. Like, I'll give them a shout out, give them credit for the music. But let me keep using it, yo. Unless the whatever, it's always the companies, like Universal, whoever like owns the rights to it. It's never usually the artist from my experience, it's usually the corporate entity. And I get it, that's their job. Their job is to protect their product in that industry. And sometimes artists can be a little bit too maybe giving with it. Maybe one way to put it. All right, y'all. Let's get another 12. Ready? We're gonna load those hips. Drive. This is where I could technically actually get up on some plates or on a platform to get deeper into the squat. That's why I'm excited for the bell squat machine I have. Can you cannibalize your muscle growth if you eat crap? I mean, it's not if you eat crap per se, but if you don't eat enough of the right things, and I say right things, the proper protein, the proper carbs, or just calories around your workouts, you can definitely have adverse response, and your muscle can cannibalize, or your body can cannibalize and break down something. It's called catabolic, being in a catabolic state, where your body breaks down its muscle and doesn't repair it. And that could be for a variety of reasons. So hopefully that help answers the question. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Boom. All right. Let's get our hinge on, y'all. 8-leg deadlift hinge. Whoop. Let me go back to the belt here. Highlight the right fit belt. That's one I realized I also have highlighted in a minute. Let me go back to that. Boom. Get that highlighted. I hope, does that make sense, by the way, David? Let me know if that's like helpful or not. My goal is to always like try and make a piece of content that like the perspective is helpful. Okay. Now again, notice I'm not really bending too much of my knees. It's relatively a straight leg variation. Mostly hinging at my hip. Yeah, I use my fitness pal to monitor my protein intake. Yeah, that's awesome. Six, we got 6 more. 8, 9, 10. And I can tell you guys already, my grip's starting to fail. So 11. Next round, I'm probably going to use my hooks. All right. 2 rounds down. Let's start our timer. But yeah, to me, like,
as long as monitoring doesn't become stressful, it's such a valuable aspect and a tool to leverage. But you can become obsessed. It's very easy to become obsessed about the numbers, and it may no longer serve you when we start to get too obsessive about numbers. Or maybe it does serve you, but that doesn't lead to necessarily the quality of life you want to live. So that's like up to you to kind of figure out what that looks like, and working with a coach to help figure that out and set what's realistic for your expectations. Oh, snap, Chris is back. What's up, Chris? Welcome back, homie. Thanks for jumping back. How's the food? I know you mentioned you were going to grab some num-nums before hitting the hospital. Hold on, it's 45 seconds. Definitely had the wrong timer set. Okay. Round number 3. And this is what I was even talking about, having the belt squat machine, because I'm not getting as deep into these. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to elevate my feet here a little bit. I'm going to step on these 25s to get a little bit deeper into the squat so I can kind of hit the way I want to. Might have to move this up a little bit. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to move this up a little bit, like right here. And right here. Here we go. Here we go. Again, so I have that nice elevation and get a little bit deeper into the squat. And that's what's cool, guys, is like you can be very, very creative a lot of times with, especially a home gym kind of a build out, to make it work for what you have. And that's why even the workout that I have, we have variations of these workouts that can be done with just resistance bands, or just dumbbells, or just your body weight. If I don't want like equipment or finances to be the thing that holds somebody back from investing in their health. Now, will it be as effective as if you had a gym access? No. But doesn't mean that it can't be done. Okay, so let me just lower this a little bit. Round number 3. So see, I kind of have a little bit more getting into because I elevated my feet. 3. Okay, probably get a little higher. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 2 more. 11. One more time. I am 12. Here we go. Yeah, I'm probably gonna add these 15s, honestly, onto it. And then I try not to obsess about my diet and exercise. And I get some free time with no family of my own and a part-time job. So it sounds like just the downtime can also be challenging for you, David. Meaning like you're just kind of thinking about it, and it becomes hard to take your mind off of it because you may not have the same kind of people to talk to or activities to take your mind off. But that's why I appreciate you hanging out with the streams. Hopefully, even just the streaming side, it helps take your mind off. And then, hey, Mike, I can't wait to talk to you on the phone. Yeah, Chris, I'm looking forward to being able to chat with you, man. Let's see. On the phone October 6th, 6 a.m. to 10, right? Mike, this Saturday. You going to the Tar Heels game? Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, man, give me a buzz. That's like the window I'm usually up. On the 6th, what's the 6th? So it's probably like a Wednesday or Thursday. I think I'm just getting back from Vegas too. So like I'll definitely be up with the kids to give Ashley a break. She'll be holding them down solo. So all right, let's add 5 pounds to this, put on some clamps, and keep it rocking. And then this is where I'm gonna add in those J hooks, or the wrist strap J hooks, to help with the grip side, because the grip might be my failing point right now, but I still wanna push myself in the legs. Again, whoop, as I almost fall backwards. Let me even highlight these. What else is going on, y'all? I feel like it's been like not a super long day, but it's already like 3 o'clock. Like I know I was up early with the kids, took them to school. Then I got like a much needed nap in, y'all. I gotta be honest with you guys. Once I got back, dropped off Lena, Ashley took took Tessa to see my nephew for his birthday. And I took a much needed nap, caught up even on some like messages, some client work. It's nice every once in a while. And even taking like a bit of a break yesterday. So now I'm watching the game. Oh, you're watching the game this Saturday. Oh, cool. I always wanted to go to a Tar Heels game. Yeah, me too, man. I grew up a Tar Heels fan, really because of Michael Jordan. Like, I actually don't really follow the teams that much, but like because of Michael Jordan, I was like Tar Heels, and I wanted to go to UNC. Now that I live in North Carolina, it's kind of ironic. 6. 8. 9. Going all the way to 12. 10. 2 more. There's 12. Oh yeah. All right. So that's 3 rounds down. We got 1 to go. That felt really good, honestly. So now I'm gonna have my elevated feet on our plates here. 1 more round, landmine squats. Then we're gonna go into the accessory workout. Yeah, y'all. Kicking that butt, taking those names, everybody. Hopefully you guys are enjoying. What sponsor gave you that cool t-shirt? Jordan's really athletic compared to everyone else. Yeah, for sure, man. And just like the work ethic, I think is really what can kind of help make or break in those situations. And this actually isn't a sponsored shirt. This is a shirt from the leadership course that I went through. Remember, I was going like a 100-day leadership course. This is actually one of the shirts we made as a team. And it's got like just a bunch of references from the whole thing that I think only the people that went through the course really will get, but I'll gladly explain if you want. And then I picked them in the college football playoffs. Oh, nice. To win the ACC. Okay. I haven't really kept up with, the sporting side of things with like who's ranked what and who's most likely to win. But it's just like, it's fun, man. I realize, and I appreciate college football. Even though I never was really into it, I understand and I appreciate how people can get so passionate behind it. Especially if you don't have a professional team near you. Like someone being from New York, we always have professional teams, but I can see how you take pride in a college team that's close to you. It's basically like a professional team. All right, that's our time. Let's get back to it. 1 more round. Let's get our belt on. You're gonna get last 12 on here, and then the last 12 on the straight leg deadlifts. And I gotta check. I think it's lunges after that. Try to double check. I think it's lunges and hip raises. I will verify and get back to you guys. Let's see what's here. Bam. Oh, I'm gonna get myself nice and elevated. Ooh, we got some good height here. I'm gonna get a better lift. Yeah. That's gonna be a good lift. There we go. Let's see, I should be able to get deeper now on this one. Getting there. Oh, you don't think Clemson's gonna do good? Why not Clemson? Just back a little bit. Halfway home. 7. It's getting to better depth. 8. I still got to get higher though, so I can get deeper. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. 1 more. Bam! Woo! All right, that's our last round. Landmine squat. So you take the belt officially off. Put that bad boy over here. Look at those hooks. And then 1 more time with the right fit belt. Because the rest of the time, I think I'm not going to use it. And again, guys, I'm going to go through all the products pretty much. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll jump to any one of them. But I'm just kind of like, figured since I'm working out, I might as well do more time with you guys instead of doing 2 separate streams, like one today, one tomorrow. We're just double whammy, and I'll still be back tomorrow to get another stream out, but we're good to go. I think tomorrow or Friday, I might actually be streaming from the gym and showing you guys the new setup, which I'm just really excited about. Oh, geez. As I drop things. All right, let's pull this back over here. Slide this over. There we go. Now we got some room, y'all. And then you really like to stay productive. The college game has changed with guys only staying 1 or 2 years. Yeah, for sure. In that sense of it. And then, yeah, man, I think that's a key word, productive. It's definitely a key thing I like to be able to stay. Not just busy. To me, there's a difference between being productive and being busy. You can be busy and not be productive at all, which I've been there before. Like I've gone through different stages of my business. I've like done a bunch of stuff to stay busy, but none of it was really productive to my goal. Now the key is like focus. What's my goal and how does this aspect apply to my goal? And I'm not saying I'm perfect or I have it perfectly figured out. I'm still constantly working on it, obviously. 5. Here we go. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. And 12. There we go. All right, right field belts off. Straps are coming off. We'll throw that off to the side. Now we're just getting into the accessory work. So we did our main superset for 4 rounds. Now I'm going to go through all the accessory lifts. Like for example, using our initial force dumbbells, which I'll use for my dumbbell reverse lunge. Let's actually see. Take a minute. I'll set my timer. Ooh, that AC feels good, y'all. It's getting sweaty up in here. So yeah, so now I have alternating lunges with a single leg hip raise. Oh, damn, these are, okay. Yeah, so we're gonna go dumbbell lunges, reverse lunge, and then we're gonna go with the single leg hip raise. I think I'm gonna do the hip raise with my back on the ball. Normally I'd use the Zealous balance trainer, but actually I let my daughter take it into the living room so she could jump on it and play, but she had a great old time, but I didn't put it back, so that's on me. And I didn't hold her accountable to putting it back. The top rated guy, Joffrey, is really cool and nice. Oh, that's cool, man. But, and yeah, to your point with college, like, and I get it, man. Like, it makes sense. Why would you want to play more ball and increase your injury chance without getting paid for it? The only value to me, and this is what I think about with amateur fighters and in the combat sports, the value of staying amateur, even in college, is to get more reps and to address any weaknesses in your game. But eventually you have to be able to step up. And he talks about working out a lot. Oh, that's cool. And being able to take these, and this is what I like about the adjustable dumbbells. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go with an overhead variation. What you guys are going to see in one shot, you're going to see with the overhead. And then the other shot, let's see if I can position this. You'll see my feet. I don't know if you'll actually, but we'll try and go with this angle. So you'll kind of see how I'm displacing my feet, my weight. 2, 3, so we're going all the way up to 24 total. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, halfway home, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Woo! Yeah, man, you don't need a lot of weight to get an effective one. You have the right programming and the right pairing. So now I'm gonna have my back on the ball, my hips are up. I'm gonna do a single leg hip raise. Have to move that over a little bit. And run myself over. Again, my variation I'm actually going to do is just that lift and march. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now notice I'm flexing my toes too, getting my anterior tibialis to fire. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. All right, so that's 1 round down. Got 2 to go. Set our timer here. All right, hopefully you guys are finding value in like the different angles I'm setting up for my lower body here, upper body with the motion tracking camera. All right. Let's see what else we got. I'll highlight exercise ball 2. Bam. Let's see what else we got. Charger for like even all the devices I have right now. Bad boys clutch. We're going to see keep tape supporting the body. Okay. Hydration. What else is going on, y'all? How you guys doing? What's going down, everybody? I'm gonna probably have to bring this workout home sooner than later. I think I got what, like 20 more minutes? Let me check my workout because I gotta be done by 4 so I can shower, change, get ready for my next client. Let's see. That's our timer. Let's get round number 2, y'all. We're not messing around here. Gotta get right into it. Whoop. All right. It's right over here. Look, for this one, now this is the cool thing. Look, I can change the rack position too. So now I can go into more of, not a goblet hold variation, but a little bit more of the bicep engagement. Still working shoulders versus the complete overhead position. And I just like to have that kind of variation. 1, 2, 3. Let's see if this is a better position. There we go. 10, got 2 more. And 12. All right, now let's get through those leg raises, or the hip bridge leg raise variation. Yeah, we're going single leg. Whee! So, make contact shoulder blades, hips are up, glutes are engaged. You can kind of reach out to stabilize. I find that helpful, especially in the beginning. And then can you play, hold on 1 second, Chris. Once I finish this up, I can let's see. The downside now, Chris, honestly, is I'm getting flagged by a lot of the streaming platforms for playing music. Really, it's just Facebook, I think. 8. So I'm trying to be mindful that 10, 11, and 12. All right, 2 rounds down, 1 to go. Well, let me read what's going down in the chat. And then thanks for the follow, by the way. Again, speaking of follow, guys, you can check the link tree below, right over here. And you go to that link tree, go to the $1,000 gift card giveaway, and just put in your name, your email. Make sure you're following all the Amazon accounts, and you're good to go. If you want to get more bonus points and entries, you can invite people to join. You can follow us on other social media platforms if you're not already. And it helps us out tremendously. It's greatly appreciated. It's my way of, like, again, giving back to you guys for helping just grow this community and being a part of it. It's definitely useful. I used to like working out in the gym. I'll give you a nice pump. Yeah, for sure.
What kind of feeling? No, don't be sorry for asking, Chris. I'm probably not gonna play any music just because I don't want to have any of my of the streams take down or any of the platforms take down the stream. I feel like I've made it so far, y'all. I've made it so far into the workout. I'm not gonna try and risk having it taken down now. Kind of a deal. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's highlight what we got next. Like now would be a great time. Let's actually check my heart rate. I'm gonna highlight the pulse ox. Hold on 1 second. I've got it on my desk. Right here. I'm actually gonna bring this into the gym with me. So let's see where I'm at right now, and then we can check recovery. We'll check my blood oxygen saturation levels. Should be at like 98% or more. Let's check what my heart rate is. Probably between like 80 and 100. Hey, camera. So, 97% saturation. So, there's 98. And then we're at, like 100 beats per minute. So, perfect. So, this gives me a good idea of where the intensity is at in my recovery. Flag, just don't do anything off the grid. What do you mean don't do anything off the grid, David? Are you talking about like music and stuff? And then check out my buddy, Alan, on YouTube. He's a storyteller and won 3. Oh, that's awesome, Chris. That's super cool. Let's go one more round for our reverse lunges and hip raises. Then we're going to get our calves and some good mornings. I'm going to call it a day. Short. To 11. Bam. 12. All right, we'll rock the weights. Boom. Let's go into our hip. Don't rock them upside down. Let's go into our hip bridge. Let's get it. Do you mind if my friend Alan comes in and puts his links so you can follow? Yeah, sure, man. Tell him to drop by, and then if he wants to trade off, tell him to drop one of my links or a link to this channel in the chat as well. I love supporting other streamers and creators, especially if they're down to like pass the support and the love back. Let me engage. So if you notice, I have to really engage my lats and my hips and my glutes to make sure I'm not losing my balance here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's why I like using the stability ball, because even though it says stability ball, it's like very unstable. That's kind of the whole point of it. And it helps challenge your core. All right, let's go into some of the other stuff here. What do we got? Ooh, what's up, mini massage gun? We'll highlight the boxing gloves too that I've got on my desk. Then I'm actually gonna go train with my Muay Thai fighters after this, so it's actually like a perfect time to mention that. And then Alan is a cool guy. Wait, who's Alan? Oh, am I missing stuff? Oh, you're talking about Alan DeBay? Is that what you're saying? Alan. So David, you know Alan too, or you just seen his stuff before? That's cool. That's cool. All right, let's check the workout. Where are we at now? Tonight, now we got, I'm gonna do good mornings. Ooh, we're gonna do an anterior tibialis walk and good mornings. So what I'm gonna do for this one is I'm gonna spend a minute, and I'm just gonna have on the ball. So let me go over here so you guys can kind of see. Literally for a minute, instead of being with my feet flat, I'm gonna bring my toes off the ground, and I'm just gonna walk forwards and backwards with an anterior tibialis focus. Now, what is the anterior tibialis, you might be asking? Great question. It's the muscles in front of our shin that are responsible for doing exactly what I'm doing with my toes, flexing my toes, getting into dorsiflexion. And this becomes really important, not only for athletes, but just for like injury prevention, for fall prevention. And then, yeah, he's on streams a lot. Oh, that's cool. Boom. Well, shout out to them, Alan. All right, we got 30 seconds, halfway home. Then we're going to get into some banded good mornings, y'all. Oh, yeah. And then for these banded good mornings, I'm actually going to do a kind of seated reach variation. Get a nice stretch. It's going to be helpful for my cool down as well.
10 more seconds. So again, I'm keeping my toes off the ground, flexing the muscles in front of my shin, the anterior tibialis, called dorsiflexion. So it's going to help build up, because a lot of times we focus on the calf muscle, right, which is the back part. There's a muscle right here in front that we also want to make sure that we're balancing and training. It becomes very, very important as well for overall health, balance, stability, all those key variables. All right. Let's see, what do we want to highlight next for our other products? Let's go highlight resistance bands since I'm going to be using them. It's a perfect segue. Shout out to Right Foot. So we're going to slide these down. I'm going to start with just the orange bands, and then we'll kind of progress from there. I'm going to slide this down a little bit more. Still 2. There we go. All right, so now you guys will be able to see, again, I'm going to widen my feet. Get my feet nice and wide so I get a good stretch. I'm going to pinch my shoulder blades back, get a good posture, and then I'm going to hinge forward, get a nice stretch in my lower back as well as my lats. Hold it here for a second, and then come back and pull. Now, this isn't a traditional good morning. This is a seated good morning variation with resistance bands that I'm personally adapting because of some of my lower back injuries and imbalances, and it becomes very helpful for me, for my posture. And it'd be a great thing to try. Hold on, let me see. Do you mind if my friend now comes in and puts his link? Yeah, go for it, man. 6. Again, Chris, I'm always happy to support streamers and have them support and everything in between. 7. 8. We got 4 more. 9. 10. 2 more. 11. One more time. Oh, good stretch. 12. Booyah. So we're going to take a minute. We got 2 more rounds of that. Get into the last stage of the workout. And this is actually kind of a perfect, like, end of the workout. This is a transition. A lot of times I like to use movements sometimes that are transition accessory movements. Fancy way of saying, like, hey, they're not as intense, they add a lot of value, and they help also transition into a cool down as well. You ever heard of a 50-man kumite? I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen a documentary on a 100-man kumite, which was crazy. And here's the thing, like karate and traditional forms sometimes get a bad rap, but like at the roots, like 30, 40 years ago, they were like pretty hardcore, especially the legitimate schools. And there's still a lot of credible like schools and disciplines out there. I just think with MMA, it's exposed any kind of discipline that doesn't adapt and evolve. So if it doesn't integrate a high level amount of grappling, it's going to get exposed. But I've definitely heard of like kumites and like 50 or 100-man kumite as well. They're very, very intense, man. Like I think the most sparring I've ever done was doing let me just highlight, we're gonna set a minute on the clock. The most sparring I've ever done is 34 rounds for my 34th birthday last year. My birthday's coming up in like, like 3 weeks. So, man, that means I'm gonna have to do 35 rounds of sparring in like another 2 weeks, because next week I'll be in Vegas, and when I get back, whoa, that'll be actually, I think, right after the competition too. Gotta see how that goes. Or right before the competition. We shall see, y'all. We'll see what goes down for that. All right, more than the halfway point. Again, guys, for this one, if you notice, I'm doing an anterior tibialis focused walk, or a heel walk, where my balls of my feet, my toes are off the ground, focusing on the front of my shin, the muscles in front, and then eye gouging is cheating. Yeah, I mean, like, and again, it also depends on the rule set, but even still, like, even if it's like just straight, like, from my experience doing 34 rounds of sparring with like, you know, competition rule set, it's still like pretty grueling, man. Like after like 12 or 15 rounds, you're feeling it. And then it's really just like mental fortitude or mental toughness and resilience to get through the complete rounds. There was definitely one round where I was like, oh man, guys, I think I'm gonna have to grab a towel really quick and towel off. I'm like, no, Mike, don't do it. Like little just reinforcement like that becomes really, really helpful. So widen those hips, pinch the shoulders, hinge and stretch. Just 1. Oh yeah, there's 2. Feels good. 3.
There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 2. Oh, yeah. 11. One more time. Oh, good stretch. And pinch. Bam. There's 2 rounds down. We got 1 to go, y'all. 1 more round. I'll set my timer here. Bam. Last round. Last round. And again, guys, I'll be back tomorrow for another stream, and then Friday, and then maybe even one on Saturday. What I'm trying to coordinate, why I even wanted to double up today, was to make sure I get some of the sponsor streams out of the way, so then I can do more kind of focus of the stream being at the gym, because I'm putting more equipment together tomorrow and on Friday. So hopefully it'll be done. I'm going to make it done definitely by Monday, but hopefully by Saturday, so we can do one of the streams at the new gym location. You guys can see the equipment setup, which will be really cool. Working out pretty hard, but no pain, no gain. That's what it's all about, David. And it's about knowing like what type of intensity to apply for what workout, when to back off, when to step it up. Again, depending on the goal. Like my goal right now is body recomposition. So I'm losing body fat, being able to add strength and muscle, keeping the muscle mass that I have, and eating enough calories to fuel all that, but not so many calories that I'm overdoing it. All right, last round. So we're gonna do 1 more minute of our heel toe rock. Let me get that on. I'm also gonna use my pulse. I'm just kind of curious to see how my blood's oxygen saturation is and my heart rate. Let's turn this bad boy on. Again, this thing's super easy to use. Like literally just put it on, hit a button, that's it. Because I've even had with like some of my other older family members, like my nanny, for example, like using a smartwatch might be just way too complicated. It may not just be what you're looking for. So something simple like this. Like, look, my heart rate's already down to like under 80 beats a minute at 76, 77. Now as I'm exercising, it's coming back up to 94, 100, 103, 107, getting it up to 110. Let's see if I can get it to 115. About 15 more seconds. It's at 98% saturation. So again, just like super cool, the data we can collect. And then 99, what's 99? Is that your heart rate right now, David, or is that your blood saturation? Your oxygen saturation levels? Now it's coming back down, 110, 108. All right, time. All right, so now let's do 1 more round. This is the last round, y'all. So that's pretty much 15 minutes. 1 more round of my Bandy Good Morning variation. And then we're pretty much gonna bring the stream home. I'll answer any questions you guys have, but then it's time for me to hit literally the shower so I can shower up, get clean and prepared for my next client, and then my meetings after that. We got 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more. 11, 1 more time. And 12. All right. So that is the workout, y'all. So I'm just gonna actually clean up a little bit so you guys have questions. Then Chris, it looks like you got a question. Talk to me, dude. I'm gonna highlight the OBS spot. Drop your link in Josh and Darren's stream. Hey, what stream is that? I don't even know. Are they on Amazon or is that on YouTube? You could get a Garmin smartwatch and a shitload of measurements. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a bunch, like I have the Dorillo smartwatch, we have the Fitbit. There's a bunch of great technologies. Just sometimes the functionality and the use of it can be intimidating for people. So that's something I always like to be mindful of. All right, I'm gonna throw the 45s over here. Get the 45s off. Stack them up right here. But yeah, Chris, if you want to, like, so here's the thing. I always feel weird about just going into somebody else's stream. Drop your link in, yeah, Amazon Live. If you want to, you can totally drop our link in there. I always feel weird just going into somebody and be like, here's my link. Unless they're like, hey, yeah, cool, plug your link. You know what I mean? All right, let's pull the. You guys, always, if you're working out at the gym, put your weights away, guys. Don't be that person that doesn't rack their weights. Guess what? Nobody likes that. It's not cool. You just make more work for other people. Don't be that person. All right, this is actually a little bit higher. Drop this down to there. That should be right. Let me actually check the height on that by putting the other bar on here. And then trying to help you get your followers. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, once I even finish up here, I can drop on over there. We'll put the link in. But thank you. I appreciate you thinking of me, Chris. It's so nice. Wow, this is actually, I think it's down one. Yeah. Oh, man. All right, so let's see if I can actually put this up. No. This was not the best idea. Put that down. I had a 1-2 low, then I lost it, and I couldn't swap it. Put it right in the middle. There we go. That should be nice and even. All right. There we go. Now we're even Steven. All right, trying to, yeah. Okay, 35. Got my 15s. 15, 25. Booyah. Let's throw everything. Make a nice little pile over here. Get all the weights out of the way. Keeping a clean, organized space, y'all. Otherwise, things can get kind of hectic and crazy if you're not keeping on top of stuff like that. From my experience, at least for me, you guys might be different there. But yeah. And then again, guys, I'll be back tomorrow. If you haven't gotten in on the giveaway, feel free to get on the giveaway. Chris, David, thanks for just hanging with me through the whole stream, from the workout to everything else. And then don't you hurt yourself, Mike. You're gonna have to tell Ashley what happened. Yeah, of course. I'm never trying to hurt myself, for sure. But I think that's an important tip too, is like, just be mindful of your body and positioning and everything. But all right, y'all. With that being said, I'm gonna say cheers. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Oh no, oh, my mouse just ran out again. So I gotta plug this in. I'll see you in Josh and Darren. Yeah. Let me see if I got my charger for this so I can actually plug in my mouse and cut the stream. Don't worry, we'll be back though. I'll be right back. Here we go. There we go. All right. Plug this puppy in. See if I got my charger here. This is where if I had my lightning cable charger, it would come in handy. Well, all right, we're gonna cut this camera. Cut the other one. I'll BRB, y'all. I gotta just cut my stream. There we go. All right, let's see if I can end the broadcast. Or at least I'm gonna try and turn this to me a little bit so you guys can see me and I can see if I'm ending the broadcast. Oh, geez. Oh, geez, guys, you gotta get creative here. All right, that's not working. Of course, that's not gonna work. Let's see if this is gonna work. This is definitely gonna work. I can feel it. All right.